We're coming up on 5 minutes left of registration. Last call to get signed up. Team managers, make sure to get your team sheets turned in. Again, FXR on parade lap today. They're the winners from the last Fire and Ice race, so FXR only on today's parade lap. All FXR riders start making their way up to the top of the hill. Parade lap coming up in 5 minutes. We're down to the last 2 minutes. Last 2 minutes to get in those laps. Again, everybody should be signed up by now. If you're not, head on over to registration. Quick reminder to balance bike parents, it is kickoff of Rain or Shine Balance Bike Series today. We do ask one parent and no extra siblings out on the balance bike course. Again, one parent only and no extra siblings. We expect a big turnout today, so help us out with the congestion. Down to the last minute before parade lap.
Lindsay Beard to registration, please. Parent of Marshall Falkowski to registration, please. Parent of Dylan Thilke to registration, please.
Registration is closed. Registration's closed. We'll get the track cleared off, get things set to go for today's parade lap. Again, FXR only on today's parade lap. Registration is closed. All right, it's time for Ride Brand Northland Fire and Ice Series. FXR out on the first obstacle. If we could please get everybody to rise, face the flag down at South Indian Arena. Proudly flying over all the events here at Rum River BMX. Here's today's parade lap and your national anthem. riders ready. Those will be announced as we get going. Balance bike riders, get staged up. Whatever moto you're in, you should be standing in that lane. Again, points for the Rain or Shine series are all of the different groups combined in the points table. There are 8 races in the series. Your best 6 scores count for your series points. Again, everybody's running total points racing today with the exception of our 3-year-old balance bikes. They are running transfer since there's 2 racks. Moto number 1 getting locked and loaded. That's our 5-year-old balance bikes. 3 riders in the house today. Barron, Romick, and McGowan. Gate drops down, first rack of the Rain or Shine balance bike series, working their way down into corner number 3. Again, total points racing here, rounding corner number 3. They're battling it out for that top spot, side by side, coming down halfway down the final straight. It's the 259 Romick with the edge right now, trying to hold on to it. The 406 bike of Barron hot on the heels. Going to be a Romick grabbing 1 point this round. Barron with the 2. And the 921 bike coming through. That's McGowan grabbing that 3. Four-year-old balance bikes getting set to go. 7 riders in the house today. Got Mo, Mary, Kriegler, Hadler, Rachel, Rearson, and Nelson. Total point racing, 7 riders strong, working their way down into corner number 3. Out on point, it's Liam Mary leading the way around corner number 3. Working their way down the final stretch. Mary trying to hold on, top spot coming down the final line. Got company coming by. That's the 249 bike, Rachel. Rachel's going to cross with the 1. Mary with the 2, the A bike of Mo, picking up that 3. Three-year-old balance bikes, 14 riders, just 1 rider shy of going to a semi-main event today. Rack number 1 getting set to go again. This will be transfer racing since we have more than 8 riders. Rack number 1, top 2 riders moving on to that main event. Cromie, McCarty, Fuel, Nelson, Doyle, Henges, and Southbloom. 7 riders locked in, loaded. Gate comes down, first rack of the 3-year-olds. Out on point, leading the way. It's the 281 bike. That's McCarty on point, rounding corner number 3. Second place rider took the high side round the corner, going left when he should go right. Had about 4 people come on by underneath. It's all level up colors out front. McCarty leading the way, looking to take that first transfer spot. There's 4 riders up for grabs for that second transfer as they come up and over the table. Going to be the 241 bike. That's Sailor Doyle picking up that second transfer. Again, this is transfer racing for the 3-year-old balance bikes with 2 racks of riders today. Second rack of the 3-year-olds getting locked and loaded. Got Shield, Chamberlain, Maurer, King, Check, Wohler, and Mogason. Gate comes down, working their way into corner number 3. Again, top 2 riders moving on as they round through corner number 3. It's all rubber side down for this group as they come on down the final stretch. Looks like we got the 693. That's Sullivan King leading the way, coming on down the final stretch, looking to take that first transfer spot, and he does. Grabs that first transfer. One more available. That's the 309 bike of Mogason. King and Mogason both moving on. Now for the 2-year-old balance bikes. Again, 7 riders in the field today. We got Keogh, Southbloom, Orvis, Holmgren, Zancardier, Hayter, and Shales. 3 rounds total point racing for the 2-year-olds. Gate comes down for the 2-year-old class. All 7 riders running 3 rounds total point racing. They're weebling and wobbling their way into corner number 3. It's the man in black out on point, leading the way around the corner as they work their way up and over. Down the front side, looks like we got 256 bike. I believe that's Bennett Southbloom on point, leading the way coming down the straight. Southbloom looking across first, taking the one this round, the 457 of Keogh, holding on for the 215 bike of Holmgren crossing with the 3. Again, it's total point racing running on down the line. The 400 bike of Orvis crossing with the 4, the 447 of Hayter with the 5. Still got 2 more out on the course. Again, these riders just barely 2 years old. Out here on the big track, climbing their way up the obstacles. Oh. One rider down and back up. That's the K-bike coming through. That's Shales crossing the line. One more yet to go. That's Adeline Sancartier from Malacca, Minnesota. Coming on down that final straight. One more obstacle to go. That's a big hill to climb at 2 years old. Round two coming into the corner. Out on top, 5-year-old balance bikes, Baron, Romick, and McGowan. Had a battle first time, trying again this round. It's the 259 bike, Romick on point. The 406 of Baron trying to reel him in as they come on down the line. Coming to the line, the 259. Romick going to hold on for the one again. Baron with the 2. McGowan with the 3. Four-year-old balance bikes on the track. This is 7 riders, Total Point Racing. Mo, Mary, Kriegler, Hadler, Reichel, Rearson, and Nelson. Heading on down the final stretch. It's the A-bike out front. That's the Mo Show leading the way coming down the line. Got Mary sitting on that 2 spot. As they come to the stripe, Mo going to get the 1. Mary with the 2. The 249 bike, Reichel with the 3. Making things interesting for the Total Point race. Last rider working his way down the track. Again, this is 3 rounds Total Point Racing, so even with one bad round, the other spots still make a difference. Three-year-old balance bikes on the track. Again, this is transfer racing. Top 2 riders moving on to that main event. Got Chromie, Fuel, Nelson, Henges, and Southbloom. Up on point, it's the 380 bike. That's Blake Nelson leading the way, coming down the stripe. Nelson going to grab that first transfer spot, followed up by the 241. 241 shouldn't be in there, so it's the 801 of Chromie. Doyle transferred the first round. Second rack of the 3-year-olds out on the track. Got Shield, Chamberlain, Moore, Check, and Wohler. Coming on down the final stretch, it's a 7.63. That's Leon Check on point, leading the way, coming down the final stretch. Again, top 2 riders moving on. Going to be the 763 bike grabbing a spot and the 272. That is Shield and Check, both moving on. 3-year-old balance bikes, we got to rerun moto number 3. So 3-year-old balance bikes, moto number 3, we do have to rerun that moto. So Moto 3, we need back to the line. We need the 801 of Brixton Cromie, the 972 of Rocket Fuel, the 380 of Blake Nelson, the 475 of Kelvin Henges, and the 776 of Leo Southbloom. We do got to rerun that rack. We'll do that right after the 2-year-olds. So give you a second to get up there. Two-year-old balance bikes working their way into corner number 3. We got Keogh, Southbloom, Orvis, Holmgren, San Cartier, Hayter, and Shales. Working their way single file down the final stretch. Again, 7 riders running Total Point Racing. As they come on down the final straight, it's the 256. That's Bennett Southbloom on point again. Leading the way, coming up and over the table. Bennett going to cross first, grabbing the 1 spot of ground this round. The 215 bike coming on through, going to grab the 2, the 457 of Keel with the 3. 447 bike, Hayter grabbing that 4 spot. The 400 of Orvis with the 5. Last couple riders coming through. Next up, we're going to have the rerun of Moto number 3. 3-year-old balance bike, first rack. Should have Cromie, Fuel, Nelson, Henges, and Southbloom. Again, we made an error with who was in this rack, so we got to make sure to have the right riders in it. We got Cromie, Fuel, Nelson, Henges, Southbloom. Top 2 riders moving on as they work their way down around corner number 3. It's a battle on for those top 2 spots as they're working their way down the straight. Oh, getting tied up. Got to get up and get going. Out on point, it's the 380. That's Nelson leading the way. Nelson looking for the crowd behind him. He's going to cross grab the top spot. The 801 bike of Cromie going to get that second transfer. Down rider picked back up. He's not happy about it. That's the 475 bike of Henges getting a little loose coming on down the line. We're going to get round 3 of our balance bikes set to go. Not the way Kelvin wanted to end his day. It's balance bike, main event time, 5 and over balance bike. This is a 2-4-6 total point race. Romick sitting on 2 perfect laps, looking to do it one more time as they work their way into corner number 3. Got Barron on that 2 spot, McGowan on the 3. Working their way down the final stretch. It's a 259. Braxton Romick leading the way, gonna cross the table with the overall 1. The 406 bike of Barron gonna get the overall 2. McGowan picking up the overall 3. Moto number 2 on the track. This is 4-year-old balance bike, 7 riders strong, running total points. It's a 4-4-4 tie with 3 riders. Got Mo, Mary, and Rachel all knotted up with 4 points apiece. Sorting things out here now in the main event as they work their way down the final stretch. It's a 249 out front. That's Rachel going to get the overall 1 today. The 118 of Mary going to pick up the overall 2. The 379 bike of Nelson crossing 3. Got to go to scoring to finalize the points for the rest of the podium. Mo having some trouble out the gate, getting back underway. Three-year-old balance bikes. This is qualified racing, so it's going to be a 1 lap to sort things out. Cromie, McCarty, Nelson, Doyle, Scheel, King, Check, and Mongeson. Quick reminder, it is stop number 1 on the Rain or Shine series today. 7 more races in the series. You got to compete in 6 of them to be eligible for those series awards. Also, make sure to check out the event flyer for next weekend. 25 years as a track, 10 years indoors. Friday night practice, Saturday. Got Pro-Am racing, tons of giveaways, all kinds of fun stuff going on, and our Parents' Night Out Saturday night. This is 3-year-old balance bike main event. 1 lap to sort it out for the day. Coming around corner number 1, it's McCarty on point, leading the way. Coming around corner number 3, we got Cromie, Doyle, Henges, Scheel, King, Check, and Mongeson all battling their way. McCarty leading the way, coming on through. Going to grab the top spot today. We got the 309 Mongeson going to grab the 2 spot, the 763 bike of Czech going to grab the 3, rounding out that podium. 2-year-old balance bike getting set to go. Last of main event for balance bikes, rain or shine, race number 1. Working their way down into corner number 3. We got Kehoe, Southbloom, Orvis, Holmgren, Saint-Cartier, Hayter, and Shales. Coming down the final stretch, it's the man in black out front. That's a 2:56 of Southbloom. He's got 2 perfect laps, looking to do it one more time as they make their way down the final stretch. It's all Southbloom out front. Got the 2:15 bike of Holmgren hot on his heels. Gonna be Southbloom getting tight at the line. Gonna cross, get the overall 1. Southbloom gonna get the overall 1. Holmgren the overall 2. The 4:57 of Kehoe gonna get the overall 3. That's gonna do it for us for Bound.
At Rum River BMX, we believe it's about competition. It's about family. It's about having fun. It's about giving everyone a shot, picking each other up and cheering them on. It's about the technique. It's about the speed. It's about being 1/10 of a second faster. At Rum River BMX, we believe it's about competition. It's about family. It's about having fun. It's about giving everyone a shot, picking each other up and cheering them on. It's about the technique. It's about the speed. It's about being 1/10 of a second faster.
$75 motos on tap in the house at BMX Bill, kicking off Ride Brand Northland Fire and Ice Series up on the hill. Junior Gals Dash, rack number 1. Got 11 riders locked and loaded. Schweigert, Shales, Braheim, Larson, and Chamberlain. Gate comes down first. Rack of junior gals working their way into corner number 1. Up on point, it is Factory Rip Colors leading the way. That's Assassinator Larson on point into corner number 2. Got to have the 58 bike of Schweigert sitting on the 2 spot. Battle on for that 3 as the Gold Cup 1 Shales takes over the 3 spot. Again, 11 riders strong. Got to get to the fastest 8 through 3 rounds qualifying. Heading on down the final straight, going to be Larson grabbing the top spot this round. The 58 Schweigert with the 2. Battle on for that 3 as they come to the line. Going to be the State 7 bike Chamberlain with the 3. Second rack of the junior gals on the hill. Sandman, Orrin, McCarty, Tolson, Mings, and Lanigan. Gate comes down rack number 2 of the junior gals, working their way into corner number 1. It's little JT on point, leading the way around corner number 1. Level Up colors sitting 2 and 3 as they work their way down the second straight. Box component colors on point through corner number 2. Got the 7 bike of McCarty sitting on that 2 spot. Lanigan on the 3. Again, 3 rounds total point here as they work their way down the final stretch. Going to be Tollefson grabbing that top spot of round number 1. McCarty with 2. Lanigan with your 3. Ladies dash on top of the hill. Got 7 riders in the house today. Going 3 rounds total points. Got Wergen, McCulley, Stokel, Leach, Elin, Bolin, Nealon. Gate comes down, working their way down the front side into corner number 1. Looks like Ameriprise colors on point, leading the way around corner number 1. Got to be Chaotic Kendall. Nealon sitting on that 2 spot. Stokel, Leach, 3 and 4 as they run their way around corner number 2. Single file down the third straight. It's all Elin out front, leading the way, coming on home. That Race of Champion 1 bike bringing it home. Elin going to grab the top spot. Nealon with the 2. Stokel with the 3. Season Senoritas up on the hill. Got Peterson, Beebe, Engberg, Copy, Farley. Gate comes down. 3 rounds total point racing, making their way down the front side into corner number 1. Got to be the Savage Peterson on point, leading the way. Carbone Cartel on that 2 spot. Prodigy colors a Copy on the 3. Engbert on the outside, trying to find a line, couldn't quite seal the deal as they work their way down into corner number 3. It's all Peterson out front, running the show, coming down the final stretch. Farley trying to reel her in. Peterson going to grab the 1 this round. Farley with the 2. Copy coming on by with your 3. Junior Dogs up on the hill. Got 23 riders in the field today. 4 racks going to a semi-main event. Got Brutzman, Braheim, Albers, Caulfield, and Peterson. Rack number 1 working their way down the front side into corner number 1. Battle on out front as they work their way into corner number 1. It is Bent Rim colors leading the way. That's the Warthog Caulfield on point into corner number 2. Got the State 7 bike. Peterson trying to hold on to that line. Couldn't quite seal the deal. Brutzman coming on by, taking over that 2 spot as they come on down the final stretch. It's all Caulfield out front. Caulfield going to grab the top spot this round. Brutzman with the 2. The State 7 bike. Peterson with the 3. Next rack of the Junior Dogs got Molitor, Swanson, Larson, Stopka, Escalona, and Wergen. Gate comes down, rack number 2 of the Junior Dogs on the track. Looks like we got Swanson on point, leading the way around corner number 1. Larson holding on to that 2 spot as they work their way into corner number 2. Swanson, Larson 1 and 2. Wergen sitting on that 3 as those 3 pull away from the rest of the pack, working their way down the final stretch. It's all Dynasty colors out front. Larson coming by at the line. Larson with the 1, Swanson with the 2, Wergen with the 3. Rack number 3 of the junior dogs. Got Thilke, Mullins, Zink, Patno, Baden, Cologne. Gate comes down, working their way down the front side. Up and over the first straight, coming into corner number 1. Again, round 1 action of the junior dogs working their way into corner number 2. It's Zink leading the way, got the 58 ride of Cologne on that 2 spot. Heading down around corner number 3. It's all Zink out front, leading the way, coming on home. Going to be the 12 bike Zink picking up the 1, the 58 bike of Cologne with the 2, the State 3 of Mullins with the 3. Next rack of the junior dogs, Scott Falkowski, Kozitsa, Shannon, Ray, DeWinter, and Simmons. Gate comes down. Looks like Ameriprise Colors leading the way on point. Got to be the monster, Marshall Falkowski, leading the way down around corner number 1. I believe that's the winner on the 2 spot, the 37 ride of Shannon on the 3. Heading down around corner number 3, it's all Falkowski out front, leading the way, coming on home. Falkowski with the 1, DeWinter with the 2, the 37 by Shannon with the 3. Big dogs on the hill, got 19 riders going to a semi-main event today. Rack number 1, Kondrowski, Gavalima, Stokel, Locken and Hill, Robinson, Wergen. Coming around corner number 1, up on point, leading the way. It's Hill. Got Robinson on that 2 spot. Stokel on the 3. Running their way down through corner number 3. It's Chase and Gage leading the way, coming on home. Going to be Hill grabbing the top spot this round. Robinson with the 2, Stokel with the 3. Second rack of the big dogs got Bowman, Nelson, Taylor, Kennedy, Lenners. Bowman heading down into corner number 2. It's the 12 bike out front. That's Lenners leading the way. Got Nelson on that 2 spot. Kennedy on the 3. Single file down around corner number 3. It's all Lenners out front coming on home. Lenners going to grab the top spot. Nelson with the 2. Kennedy with the 3. Last rack of the big dogs got Lenners, Rabishko, Tyson, Casanova, Shellbach, and Tyson. Gate comes down on the inside edge. Got to be Casanova leading the way down the front side. Got Lenners on, Tyson on that 2 spot. As they come on down into corner number 2, Casanova, Tyson, 1 and 2. Tyson, Lenners, 3 and 4. As they come down around corner number 3, the young gun chasing the big dog down as they come on home. Casanova with the 1, Tyson with the 2, Tyson with the 3. Full rack of senior dogs today. 8 riders running 3 rounds. Total point got Welch, Olson, Welter, McAllister, Meyer, Stromberg, Gustafson, and Beard. Up on point, leading the way. It's the Ninja jumping his way into corner number 2. Got McAllister on the 2 spot. Beard on the 3. Total points, all 8 spots count each round as they come on home. It's Ameriprise Colors bringing it home. Going to be Welter. Going to grab the top spot this round. McAllister with the 2. And Beard with your 3. Again, Dash will kick off the top of round number 2. All Dash riders back again at the top of round number 2. 6 and under mixed open. Getting locked and loaded. Smith, Kelberg, Freitag, and Cordell. 75 motos on tap today. We do have 2 track rentals after racing, so we're going to try to keep the program moving. Second round, make sure you're set to go with staging at the end of first round. Moto 18 on the track, 6 and under mix open. We got Smith, Kelberg, Freitag, Cordell. Up front, leading the way. Looks like we got the 1 bike, Bennett Smith. On point into corner number 2. Got the 5 ride. Cordell on the 2 spot. The 8 bike of Kilberg on the 3. It's Total Point Racing working their way around corner number 3. Smith leading the way, coming on home. He's going to grab 1 point this round. Cordell going to grab the 2. Kelberg with the 3. 7-8 mixed open on the track. Got Altenweg, Henges, Reichel, Beard, Kurth, and Gill. It's the 76 bike. Gill on point. Got the 7 ride of Kurth on the 2 spot. Working their way down into corner number 3. Coming to us from Big Lake, Minnesota. Doing it for mom and dad. It's Colt Gill out front. Coming on home. Gill going to grab a 1 point this round. The 7 bike going to cross with the 2. The 155 bike of Altenweg with the 3. 7-8 mixed open. Oh, scratch that. That's qualifying racing as we got 11 riders in the mix. 9-10 mixed open on the track. This is Carlson, Bauman, Hansen, Elza, and Bell Richard. Coming on down the final stretch. National 37. I don't have a National 37 in this rack. Oh, I'm 1 rack early. That was Orrin crossing with that first transfer. Second transfer I missed. The Gold Cup 3, Cordell with the second transfer. Now we go to the 9-10 mix open. Carlson, Bauman, Hansen, Elza, and Bell Richard heading to the line. It's the 66 by crossing first. That's Bauman. Got Bell Richard on the 2 in that total point race. 22's the moto on the track. 11-12 mixed open. You got Shield, Barron, Kriegler, and Perry. Heading down into corner number 3. Throwing some style into the corner. It's the man out front coming down the line. That's the 24 bike of Perry. Perry going to get 1 point this round. The State 4 Shield with the 2. And the 55 bike of Kriegler with the 3. 13-14 open on the track. Got Bowman, Alba, Ortiz, and Simon. 31 bike of Bowman out on point. Got Black Widow colors sitting on that 2 spot as they come on down through corner number 3. It's Bryce Bowman for level up coming to the line. Going to grab the top spot this round. The 26 ride of Alba with the 2. And Ortiz going to hold on for the 3. 11-12 girl cruiser on the track. Got Caulfield, Farley, and Johnson. Up on point, it's the 4 bike of Kaylee Johnson leading the way. Got the 698 of Caulfield on the 2 spot. Farley on the 3. Girl cruisers working their way round corner number 3. Up on point leading the way, it's Kaylee Johnson coming over from Tomahawk, Wisconsin, racing with us today. Going to grab a 1 point this round. The 698 of Caulfield with the 2. Farley with your 3. 17-20 women cruiser on the track. Got Lanaville, White, and Myers. It's White on point, leading the way around corner number 3. Myers on that 2 spot. Coming to the line, White going to grab the 1. Myers with the 2. Lanaville with the 3. 36-40 women cruiser on the track. Got Engberg, Kriegler, McDonough, Copy, Farley. It's Copy out front. Got Farley on the 2 spot. Engberg on the 3. Total point racing here, working their way into corner number 3. Prodigy colors trying to hold on to that top spot. Getting tight as they work their way down the straight. Side by side coming to the line. Going to be Farley with the 1. Copy with the 2. Engberg with the 3. 8-year-old cruisers losing 1 on the front side. Getting that down rider checked out. Got Engberg, Kurth, Dressel, Ray, Escalona. It's Easy E leading the way around corner number 2. Got Engberg on the 2 spot. The 529 bike of Ray on the 3. I believe that's Kurth going down, getting checked out. As they come on down the final stretch, level up colors bringing it to the line. Going to be Escalona with some style, grabbing the 1. 2 spot up for grabs. It's the 529 bike of Ray coming by with the 2. Engberg with the 3. Down rider getting picked back up, sorting things out. Good time to stop by concessions. No line right now. Grab yourself something to eat. Moto 28 on the hill. A 9-year-old cruiser. Got Kozitsa, Solberg, Zink, Blasey. Gate comes down, working their way down the front side. It's Zink leading the way into corner number 1. Got Kozitsa on that 2 spot. Single file down into corner number 2. Zink, Kozitsa 1 and 2. Got the 410 Blasey on the 3. Silberg on the 4. Stretched out, coming down the final stretch. Zink going to grab that top spot around number 1. Kozitsa with the 2. Blasey with the 3. 12-year-old cruiser got Tremmel, Byington, Staffenhagen, and Hoff. Coming down the second straight, it's the 3 bike out front. That's Tremmel leading the way. Got Hoff sitting on the 2 spot. Byington on the 3. Freaky Fast Racing leading the way, coming on down the final stretch. It's going to be Frank the Tank Tremmel grabbing the top spot this round. Hoff with the 2. And the 33 ride of Byington with the 3. 14-year-old cruiser Lockinen, Braun, Martin. It's Lockinen on point, leading the way through corner number 2. Got the Gold Cup 3 of Martin on the 2 spot. Braun on the 3. Down the final stretch they come. Crank Lab Colors leading the way, coming on home. Going to be Lockinen with that top spot. I got to go to the line for the 2 and 3. The 318 bike, Braun grabbing the 2. Martin with the 3. 36, 40-year-old cruiser got McCarty, Norberg, Klingelhofer, Moe, Copy, Berkey, Simon, and Caulfield. Coming down the final stretch, it's the Iceman, Klingelhofer. Klingelhofer with the 1, Moe with the 2, Copy with the 3. 46, 50-year-old cruiser on the track got Welch, McAllister, Copy, Meyer. Side by side running down the front side. It's McAllister leading the way. Got Meyer on that 2 spot. Copy on the 3. Coming on down the final stretch. McAllister leading the way, coming on home. McAllister with the 1. Meyer with the 2. Copy with the 3. Looking for William Locken. You should be up on the hill. William Locken, you should be on the hill. This is 56 to 60-year-old cruiser McVicker, Gustafson, Moe, and Staffenhagen. Bent rim colors sitting 1 and 2 as they come on down the final stretch. Out front, it's the 9 bike, Gustafson. Gustafson going to get the 1 this round. The 513 of Moe going to get the 2. And the 4 bike of McVicker picking up the 3. 5 and under novice on the track. Got a full rack of 8 riders running 3 rounds total points. Peterson, Simmons, Freitag, Beard, Triplet, Welch, Mogason, and Caraba. It's a 225 bike out on point. That's Mogason. Got Freitag sitting on that 2 spot. Single file down into corner number 3. Again, total point racing here as they work their way down the final stretch. It's still the 225 bike of Levi Mogason leading the way. Going to grab a 1 point this round. The 178 of Freitag going to grab the 2 as they work their way down the last straight. Still looking for the 87 bike, William Locken. If you are William Locken or you're with William Locken, we're good? There he comes. Heads up, we make sure novice riders are where they need to be when they need to be there. Intermediates and experts, you've been in the sport long enough. We expect you know where to be and when to be there. We'll hold the gate for novice riders only. This is 6-year-old novice on the track. Got Locken, Bauman, Casa, Bartheld, and Henges. Working their way down the second straight. It's a 296. That's Bauman out front. Got the 86 ride of Henges on the 2 spot. The 167 of Bartheld on the 3. Coming on down the final stretch. Bowman leading the way, coming on home. Going to be Bowman grabbing the top spot this round. The 86 of the Supernova Henges with the 2. The 167 bike of Bartheld with the 3. 7 novice on the track got Moss, Lero, McGowan, and Elvin as they come on down through corner number 2. It's the 243 bike. That's Elvin leading the way. Coming on down the final stretch. It's all the 243 out front. Elvin going to grab that top spot. Got the 313 of Moss with the 2. And the 254 bike of McGowan with the 3. 8-year-old novice on the track got Acapina, Henges, Reichel, and Mackey. 4 riders strong in the 8-year-old novice class as they work their way down around corner number 3. I know that's the rim bender sitting on that 2 spot. Heading down the line, going to be the 504 of Mackey. Mackey with the 1. Henges going to hold on for the 2. Reichel with the 3. 9 novice on the track got Asher, Lero, Garrison, Fussy, and Patnode. Coming down around corner number 3 of this total point race. It is a 294 Hudson Fussy leading the way. Going to grab 1 point. At the 181 bike of Lero with the 2. Patnode with the 3. 10 novice on the track got Moss, Locken, Taipale, Carlson, Elza, and Stromberg. Coming down around corner number 3. Up on point is the 312 or 142 bike. Elza going to get the 1. Automoto 39. 40s on the track. 12-year-old novice got Barron, Kriegler, Schaefer. Heading down into corner number 3. It's the man in black out front leading the way, coming on home. That's the 315 bike. That's Barron. Barron going to grab 1 point. 244 bike. Schaefer going to hold on for the 2. Kriegler with the 3. 26-35 novice got Keegley, Chamberlain, Engbird, Gill, and Henges. Coming on down the final stretch, leading the way, it's the 214 bike. That's Chamberlain. Chamberlain going to cross first. The 153 bike. Henges on the 2 spot. Keegley on the 3. 41-45 novice on the track got Erickson, Berkeley, Bell Richards, Staffenhagen. It's Bell Richard on point, leading the way around corner number 2. Got Berkeley on that 2 spot. Heading on down through corner number 3. Bent rim colors leading the way, coming on home. Going to be the Gold Cup 1, Bell Richard. Leading the way wire to wire. Berkeley going to cross with the 2. And the 95 bike, Staffenhagen with the 3. 6-year-old intermediates got Rakowski, Kelberg, Smith, Simon, and Cordell. On the inside edge, it's the State 1. Smith leading the way. Got Simon hot on his heels as they work their way down the 3rd straight. FXR colors on point, in and out of corner number 3. Simon trying to reel them in as they work their way on home. It's the State 1 bike of Smith leading the way. Going to grab a 1 point. Simon with the 2. And the State 5 of Cordell with the 3. 7-year-old intermediate got Nelson, Kurth, Bergman, Kurth, and Altenweg. Heading on down the 2nd straight, the 17 bike of Theodore Nelson leading the way. Got the 7 ride of Kurth on the 2 spot. The 155 of Altenweg on the 3. Single file working their way down into corner number 3. It's all Nelson out front. Coming on home, going to be the 17 bike of Nelson picking up the 1. Kurth with the 2. And the 155 of Altenweg with the 3. 8-year-old intermediate, Gill, Beard, Cordell, Kelberg, Johnson, Braheim. It's the Gold Cup 3 on point, leading the way around corner number 2. That's Cordell. Got Braheim on that 2 spot. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Battle on for that top spot as the Gold Cup 3 Cordell tries to hold on. Wire to wire coming on down. Cordell with the 1, Brayheim with the 2, and the 76 bike of Gill with the 3. 9-year-old intermediates on the track got Rakowski, Blisey, Frakes, Bauman, and Baden. It's a 66 bike out on point. That's Bauman leading the way. Got Rakowski on that 2 spot. Down into corner number 3. It's the 66 coming to the line first. Going to grab 1 point. The 160 Rakowski with the 2. The state 10 rider Blisey with the 3. 10-year-old intermediate got Bill Richard, Brayheim, Hansen, Albers. Up on point, it's the state 9 of Bell Richard leading the way. Got the 70 ride of Albers on the 2 spot. The 151 of Hansen on the 3. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Bent rim colors leading the way, coming on home. Gonna be Bell Richard leading the way, grabbing the 1. Albers with the 2. Hansen with the 3. 11-year-old intermediate got Gearing, Scheel, Patnode, Erickson, Werman, Tarnaski, Thilke, and Rakowski. Single file down the final stretch. Leading the way out front is the 149 bike. Going to grab 1 point to 69 with the 2 and the 210 bike. So that's the 149 of Rakowski with the 1, the 69 of Patnode with the 2. Erickson with the 3. 12-year-old intermediate got Molitor, Moon, Jackson, Johnson, Schweigert, Staffenhagen. Dynasty Colors leading the way down into corner number 3. As they work their way down the final stretch, it's all Molitor out front. Molitor going to grab 1 point this round. The 58 bike of Schweigert with the 2 and the 62 of Moon with the 3. 13-year-old intermediate losing almost all 3 of them, getting picked back up. This is total point racing, so if you can get going on your own, get going. Out front, it's the 8 bike Jessen taking the least of it. Staying on the track as they work their way down through corner number 3. It's Jessen leading the way. Other down riders back up. Jensen back on the gas. Coming down the line, going to be Jessen crossing first. Jensen going to grab that 2 spot. Clark with the 3. Moto 51 on the track, 26:35 intermediates. Again, it's 75 motos today. We'll kick off round number 2 with Dash. So Dash riders, you're up in 20 motos. 26:35 intermediate on the track. Caulfield leading the way round corner number 2. Got Hill sitting on the 2 spot. Norberg on the 3. Bent rim colors leading the way, coming on down the final stretch. It's all Caulfield out front, coming on home. Caulfield going to grab 1 point this round. The 97 of Hill with the 2. Norberg with the 3. 41-45 intermediate got Nash, Welch, and Beard. It's Beard out front leading the way around corner number 2. Got Nash sitting on that 2 spot. Welch on the 3. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Marky Mark Beard leading the way, coming on home. Going to grab 1 point this round. Nash with the 2. Welch with the 3. 51-55 intermediate got Fritzmeyer, Olson, and McVicker. Up front, it's Olson leading the way into corner number 2. Got the 19 ride of Fritzmeyer on that 2 spot. McVicker on the 3. In and out of corner number 3 they go. It's BMXDreamBikes.com out front. Olson going to grab 1 point this round. Fritzmeyer with the 2. McVicker with the 3. On to the Dinky Darlin. 7-year-old expert girls on the track got Ming, Shale, and Mo. Coming on down the front side into corner number 2. It's Shales leading the way around corner 2. Got the neg 11 ride of Casey Ray Mings on that 2 spot. Mo on the 3. Down around corner number 3. It's Bach's Component Colors leading the way, coming on home. Gonna be Shales with the 1, Mings with the 2, Mo with the 3. 8-year-old expert girls on the track got Sandman, Chamberlain, and Orn. Tight riding out of these two coming out of corner number 2. It's Orn leading the way down into corner number 3. Got Sandman on that 2 spot. Chamberlain on the 3 as they come on down the final stretch. Full Tilt Colors leading the way. Going to be Orn with the 1, Sandman with the 2, Chamberlain with the 3. 12-year-old expert girls on the track got McCarty, Lanigan, Larson, Tollefson. Little JT leading the way around corner number 2. Got Larson on the 2 spot. Level Up Colors sitting 3 and 4 as they round their way down corner number 3. It's all Tollefson out front. Tollefson going to get 1 point this round. Larson with the 2 and the 7 bike of McCarty with the 3. 15-16 expert girls, 2 racks of riders transferring to a main event. Got Ortiz, McCulley, Stokel, Wergen, Bolin. Up on point, it's Stokel leading the way down the 3rd straight. Got to be Bolin on that 2 spot. Coming on down into the final stretch. Stokel going to get that first transfer spot. Bolin with the 2nd transfer. 2nd rack of 15-16 expert girls got Nealon, Elin, Leach, White, and Von Holsen. It's the Race of Champion leading the way into corner number 2. Got Nealon on the 2 spot, White on the 3. Again, top 2 riders getting 2nd round off as they work their way down through corner number 3. It's Chaotic Kendall leading the way coming on home. Going to be Elin and Nealon with those transfers. 17-20 expert women got Potters, Colby, Stofflet, and Myers. Up on point, it's the NAG 13 ride. That's Potters leading the way. Got Myers on the 2 spot. Stofflet on the 3. Colby on the 4. As they come down around corner number 3, it's Potters leading the way coming on home. Potter's going to get a 1 point. Myers with the 2. Stofflet with the 3. 60s the moto on the track. 31-40 expert women. Got BB, Peterson, McDonough, Copy, Farley. It's Peterson on point. Got Farley on the 2 spot. Copy, BB, McDonough. All single file working their way down through corner number 3. It's the Savage Peterson out front coming on home. Peterson going to grab up that top spot. Farley with the 2. Copy with the 3. 7-year-old experts on the track got Buford, Ortiz, and Simmons. Coming down through corner number 2. It's the 3 bike. Ortiz leading the way. Coming on down into corner number 3. Got Buford on that 2 spot. Simmons on the 3. Heading down into the final stretch. Ortiz going to grab the top spot. The 53 Buford with the 2. Simmons with the 3. 8-year-old experts on the track got Ray, Swanson, Stopka, Engbert, Simon, Escalona, and Dressel. Escalona out on point. Got Stopka on that 2 spot. Coming down around corner number 3. Level Up Colors leading the way coming on home. Going to be Escalona with the 1. Stopka with the 2. The 62 of Ray with the 3. 9-year-old experts on the track got Mullins, Zink, Brutzman, Kozitsa, Peterson. Up front, it's Crown Colors leading the way. That's Zink on point. Got the NEG 19 of Brutzman on the 2 spot. Kozitsa on the 3. Down around corner number 3 they go. Colton Zink leading the way coming on home. Going to be Zink with the 1. Brutzman with the 2. Kozitsa with the 3. 10-year-old experts on the track got Caulfield, Simmons, Cologne, and Hoff. Up front, it's the State 2 bike. That's the Warthog. Caulfield leading the way. Got the 3 ride of Hoff on that 2 spot. Cologne on the 3. As they come down around corner number 3, Bent Rim Colors leading the way. Coming on home, going to be Caulfield with 1 point. Hoff with the 2. Cologne with the 3. 11-year-old experts leaving the gate got Shannon, Falkowski, DeWinter, and Byington. Ameriprise colors on point, leading the way through corner number 2. Got to be the monster. Marshall Falkowski leading the way down the second straight. Got De Winter on the 2 spot. The 37 rider Shannon on the 3. They're stretched out single file, working their way into corner number 3. It's all Falkowski out front, coming on home. Going to be Falkowski with the 1. De Winter with the 2. Shannon with the 3. 12-year-old experts on the track. Got Wergen, Swanson, Larson, Tremmel. On the inside, it's the 8 bike. Swanson leading the way. Got Larson hot on his heels as they work their way into corner number 3. Tremmel, Wergen sorting things out for the rest of the pack as they come on home. Going to be Swanson with the 1, Larson with the 2, and the 2 bike of Wergen with the 3. 13-year-old experts got Shellbach, Lenners, Fritzmeyer, Tyson, Taylor coming down into corner number 2. Tyson leading the way. Got S squared colors chasing them down as they work their way around corner number 3. It's all Tyson out front coming on home. Tyson going to grab the 1. Taylor with the 2. The G ride of Lenners with the 3. 14-year-old experts, we got 9 riders doing a combine. Tyson, Braun, Perry, Bowman, Robishko. Rack number 1 of the 14-year-olds coming around corner number 2. It's Tyson leading the way down into corner number 3 as they round their way down the final stretch. Tyson leading the way coming on home. Tyson and the 7 bike of Bowman both moving on. Rack number 2 of the 14-year-old experts, Lockinen, Nash, Martin, and Alba. Heading down the second straight, it's Lockinen on point, leading the way through corner number 2. The 6 ride Martin on that 2 spot. Alba sitting on the 3 as they come on down the final stretch. Lockinen leading the way, coming on home, going to grab a transfer spot, and the 6 ride of Martin with that second transfer. 15-year-old experts on the track got Beal, Wergen, Hampton, Hoff coming on down the second straight. It's the 19 ride. That's Wergen leading the way. Got the 20 of Beal on that 2 spot. Hampton on the 3. Down the final stretch they come, leading the way. It's the 19 ride of Wergen going to get the 1 this round. Beal with the 2. And the 12 ride of Hampton with the 3. 16-year-old expert Kondrowski, Stokel, Klingelhofer, Zink, and Bowman. Out front, it's the 14. Kondrowski leading the way. Got Klingelhofer on the 2 spot. Stokel on the 3. FXR colors sitting 1 and 2 as they bring it on home. Going to be Kondrowski with the 1. Klingelhofer with the 2. Stokel with the 3. 17 to 20-year-old experts on the track got Lenners, Robinson, Brooks, Pulaski, Hill, and Gavalima. Up front, it's Hill leading the way into corner number 2. Got Robinson on the 2 spot. Lenners, Gavalima getting tight as they work their way into corner number 3. It's Ameriprise colors on point coming on home. Gonna be Hill grabbing that top spot. Robinson with the 2. Lenners with the 3. Looks like Brooks having some mechanical malfunctions. Moto 73 of 75 on the track. Again, second round. You should be making your way back to staging. Dash riders kicking off the top of second round. This is triplet Casanova, Kennedy, Shates, and Nelson. Casanova leading the way down the third straight. Got Nelson on that 2 spot. Kennedy on the 3. Heading on down the final stretch. Going to be Casanova with the 1. Nelson with the 2. Kennedy with your 3. 36 40-year-old experts got Hall, Willard, Foster, Smith, Welter, Stromberg. Coming down around corner number 1. FXR colors on point, leading the way down the second straight. That's Willard out front. Got the Ninja Welter on the 2 spot. Hall, Foster, 3 and 4. As they come down around corner number 3, it's all the dark horse out front, bringing it home. Going to be Willard with the 1, Welter with the 2, Hall with the 3. 51, 55-year-old experts on the track got Copy, Miller, and McAllister. 51, 55 experts making their own class today as they come on down Into corner number 2, it's McAllister leading the way. You got Miller on that 2-spot. Copy on the 3. Single file down into corner number 3. It's all bent rim out front. Leading the way coming on home. Going to be McAllister picking up 1 point this round. The Eau Claire Nightmare, Todd Miller, going to get the 2. Copy with the 3. Round 1 in the books. Again, second round, kicking things off with the dash races. All dash riders should be up on top of the hill. Second round coming up in just a minute. Gate comes down, first rack of round number 2 for the junior gals. Again, they're going 3 rounds to a main event. It's little JT leading the way around corner number 1 as they work their way down the second straight. Tolleson on point. Got to have the 15 right of Lanigan on the 2 spot. The 58 bike of Schweigert on the 3. 11 riders in the field today. Got to get them down to the fastest 8. Tolleson leading the way coming on home. Going to get 1 point this round. The 15 right of Lanning and going to get to 2. The 58 of Schweigert with the 3. Second rack of the junior girls got McCarty, Orange, Sandman, Chamberlain, Shales, and Larson. On the inside edge, it's Larson leading the way into corner number 1. Got McCarty on that 2 spot. Orange sitting on the 3. Sandman trying to see what she can do to move up a spot as they work their way through corner number 2. Sandman taking over that 3 spot. It's all factory ripped out front, leading the way around corner number 3. Larson on point, coming on home. Larson, McCarty, 1 and 2. Going to be Sandman grabbing that 3. Ladies dash up on the hill. Got Wergen, McCully, Stokel, Leach, Elin, Bolin, Nealon. Again, a quick reminder, next weekend is our birthday weekend. 10 years as an indoor facility, 25 years as an outdoor track. Ladies dash round number 2 again. 3 rounds total points for these gals as they work their way into corner number 1. It's the Race of Champion leading the way. Chaotic Kendall on point, coming on down the second straight. Elin sitting on the 1, Nealon on the 2, Stokel on the 3. As they're stretched out single file, working their way through corner number 3. It's Ameriprise Colors leading the way, coming on down the final stretch. Going to be Elin picking up the 1, Nealon with the 2, Stokel with the 3. Seasoned Senorita is up on the hill. Got Peterson, Beebe, Engberg, Copy, Farley. Gate comes down. It's a battle out front, coming on down the front side into corner number 1. It's the Savage Peterson on point, leading the way through corner number 1. Got Farley on the 2 spot, Copy, Engberg 3 and 4. As they work their way through corner number 2, it's all the 28 of Peterson leading the way, coming on down through corner number 3. Peterson, Farley, Copy, Engberg, Beebe, all single file coming down the line. That's how they're going to cross. Peterson with the 1, Farley with the 2, Copy with the 3. Junior dogs up on the hill. Rack number 1 got Caulfield Peter into corner number 2. It's the state 2 by Caulfield on point, leading the way around corner number 2. Got the Neg 19 ride of Brutzman on that 2 spot. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Single file out front as they come on home. Going to be Bent Rim Colors of Caulfield bringing it to line. Brutzman with the 2 and the state 7 ride of Peterson with the 3. Second rack of the junior dogs got Cologne, Kozitsa, Wergen, Ray, Mullins, and Escalona making their way down into corner number 2. Single file out front, leading the way is the 2 ride. That's Wergen on point. Got to have the state 3 of Mullins on that 2 spot. Escalona on the 3. As they come on down the final stretch, Hazelhurst, Wisconsin owned Wergen going to get the 1. Mullins with the 2. Escalona with the 3. Next rack of the junior dogs going to a semi-main event today. Got Zink, Patnode, Larson, Simmons, Shannon, and Stopka. It's Larson out front leading the way into corner number 1. Got Zink on that 2 spot. Level Up Colors of Shannon sitting on the 3. In and out of corner number 2 they go. Larson leading the way, coming on down into corner number 3. Larson, Zink, 1 and 2. Shannon throwing some style into the corner as they come on down the line. Going to be Larson grabbing the 1. Zink with the 2. Shannon holding on for the 3. Next rack of the junior dogs got Baden, Molitor, DeWinter, Swanson, Falkowski, and Brayheim. It's Swanson out front leading the way into corner number 1. Got the monster Marshall Falkowski on the 2 spot. DeWinter on the 3. Single file into corner number 2 they go. Dynasty Colors leading the way down the 3rd straight. It's all Preston Swanson out front leading the way down the final stretch. Falkowski holding on to that 2. Swanson with the 1. Falkowski with the 2. DeWinter with the 3. Big Dogs rack number 1 got 19 riders in the house going to a semi-main event. Got Shellbach, Tyson, Kennedy, Locken, and Taylor, Lenners, Gavalima. Coming around corner number 1. It's Level Up Colors leading the way down the 2nd straight. Got to be Gavalima. Lenners on that 2 spot. Locking and with a nice corner, sliding up a couple spots into the 3rd spot. Down around the final stretch. It's all Gavalima out front coming on home. Lenners coming by at the line. Gavalima with the 2. Nice push out of Lenners there to round that one out. Next rack of the big dogs got Robishko, Tyson, Lenners, Kondrowski, Bowman, and Bowman. Up on point, it's FXR Colors leading the way around corner number 1. It's Kondrowski on point into corner number 2. Got the 7 ride of Bowman on that 2 spot. Brother Bowman sitting on the 3 as they come down around corner number 3. Kondrowski leading the way, coming to the line, going to grab the top spot. Bowman, 2 and 3. Next rack of the big dogs, got a whole lot of horsepower in this one. Nelson, Robinson, Wergen, Stokel, Casanova, and Hill. As they come on down around corner number 1, it's Hill leading the way, coming on down the second straight. Got Casanova on the 2 spot. Robinson, Nelson, 3 and 4. As they come on down into corner number 3, it's all Hill out front leading the way, coming on home. Going to be Hill grabbing that top spot. Casanova with the 2, Robinson with the 3. Senior dogs on the track, got Welch, Olson, Welter, McAllister, Meyer, Stromberg, Gustafson, and Beard. It's the Ninja Welter leading the way down the second straight. Coming on down into corner number 2, got the 231 bike of Stromberg sitting on that 2 spot. Myers on the 3 as they come on down around corner number 3. It's all the Ninja out front coming on home. Welter going to get the 1. Stromberg with the 2. Meyer with the 3. Six and under mix open on the track. 4 riders strong, got Smith, Kelberg, Freitag, and Cordell. Got to be Smith on point, leading the way around corner number 1. Got the State 5 bike of Cordell on that 2 spot. Kelberg sitting on the 3. All stretched out, single file, working their way into corner number 3. Smith leading the way, coming on home. Smith's throwing some style over the double, gonna grab that top spot. Cordell with the 2, Kelberg with the 3. Seven, 8 mix open. Rack number 1 got Altenweg, Hedges, Reichel, Beard. 4 riders, 2 spots up for grabs as they come on down into corner number 2. It's the 155 bike of Altenweg leading the way. Got the 88 ride of Reichel on the 2 spot. Bent rim colors sitting on the 3. As they round the corner down the final stretch, battle on for that second transfer as they bunch it up. Coming on down the final stretch, Altenweg leading the way, going to grab that first transfer spot, followed by the 88 of Reichel, holding on for the second transfer. 7, 8 mixed open rack number 2, got 3 riders, 2 spots up for grabs. It's the 504 of Mackey leading the way round corner number 2. Got Elvin on the 2 spot, Kelberg on the 3. 2 riders moving on to that main event as they come on down around corner number 3. It's the 504 bike and Mackey bringing it to the line first. Going to grab that first transfer spot, followed by Elvin with the second transfer. 9-10 mixed open on the track. Got Carlson, Bauman, Hansen, Elza, and Bell Richard. The 66 ride out front. Bauman leading the way. Got Bell Richard on the 2. Down into corner number 3 they go. Easton Bowman leading the way, coming on home. Going to be the 66 ride Bowman with the 1, Bell Richard with the 2. Going down after the line, but that's all across. The 151 bike of Hansen with the 3. 11-12 mix open on the track. Got Shield, Barron, Kriegler, Perry. The 24 ride up on point. That's Perry leading the way. Got Shield on that 2 spot. Kriegler, Barron, 3 and 4 as they come on down the final stretch. Perry leading the way, coming on home. Going to grab 1 point this round. The State 4 of Shield with the 2. And the 55 bike of Kriegler with the 3. (13-14) expert open on the track. Got Bowman, Alba, Ortiz, and Simon. Up on point, it is Level Up Colors leading the way. Got to be Bowman on point. The 26 ride of Alba sitting on that 2 spot. The 20 ride of Simon on the 3. Total point racing here, rounding corner number 3. Bryce Bowman leading the way, wire to wire, going to grab 1 point this round. Alba with the 2. Coming down the line. Got to go to the line for the 3. The 3 by Ortiz pushing at the right time, getting that 3 spot. 11-12 girl cruiser on the track. Got Caulfield, Farley, Johnson. Up on point, I believe that's Johnson leading the way down into corner number 3. Got Caulfield on the 2 spot, Farley on the 3. Heading on down the final stretch, Johnson going to get 1 point this round. Getting tight for the 2 and 3, going to be Caulfield with the 2, Farley with the 3. 17-20 women cruiser, got Lanaville, White, and Myers. It's White leading the way around corner number 3. Leading the way on that race the champion bite. White going to get the 1. Myers with the 2. Lanaville with the 3. 36-40 women cruiser. Got Engberg, Kriegler, McDonough, Cappy, and Farley. It's Farley out front leading the way around corner number 2. Got Cappy on the 2 spot. Engberg on the 3. Coming down around corner number 3. It's Kim Possible out front. Factory Carbone Cartel bringing it to line. Going to grab the 1 this round. Copy with the 2. Engberg with the 3. 8-year-old cruisers on the track out of Engberg, Kurth, Dressel, Ray, and Escalona. It's Escalona on point leading the way into corner number 2. Got Engberg on the 2 spot. The 529 ride of Ray on the 3. Heading down around corner number 3. Level Up Colors leading the way down the final stretch. Going to be Escalona with the 1. Engberg with the 2. Ray with the 3. 9-year-old cruisers on the track got Kozitsa, Solberg, Zink, and Blisey. It's the 6 ride out front. Zink leading the way. Got the 3 bike of Kozitsa on the 2 spot. The 410 ride of the Smoke, Maddox, Blisey on the 3. Heading on down the final stretch, Colton Zink leading the way. Going to grab a 1 point this round. Kozitsa with the 2, Blisey with the 3. 12-year-old cruisers on the track got Tremmel, Byington, Staffenhagen, and Hoff. Up on point, it's the 3 ride. Tremmel leading the way. Got Hoff sitting on the 2 spot. The 33 of Byington on the 3. Single file into corner number 3. It's all Frank the Tank out front. Freaky Fast Racing going to grab a 1 point again this round. The T-Train Hoff with the 2. Byington with the 3. 14-year-old cruiser got Locken and Braun Martin. Locken and skying it up into corner number 2. Leading the way down the 3rd straight. Got the Gold Cup 3. Martin sitting on the 2 spot. Braun on the 3. Single file down the final stretch. Crank Lab Colors leading the way. Going to be Locken, Martin, and Brown. 36 40-year-old cruisers got McCarty, Norberg, Klingelhofer, Moe, Copy, Berkeley, Simon, and Caulfield. It's the Iceman Klingelhofer leading the way down the 3rd straight. Got Copy on the 2 spot. Moe on the 3. Heading on home. FXR Colors leading the way. Going to be Klingelhofer, Copy, Moe. 46 to 50-year-old cruiser got Welch, McAllister, Copy, and Meyer. Bent rim colors sitting 1 and 2. Coming around corner number 1. Out on point leading the way. It is McAllister leading the way. Got Meyer on the 2 spot. Copy on the 3. Single file into corner number 3 they go. McAllister leading the way. Wire to wire coming down the final stretch. Going to be McAllister picking up the 1 this round. Meyer with the 2. Copy with the 3. 56 to 60-year-old cruiser, moto number 33 on the track. Got McVicker, Gustafson, Moe, and Staffenhagen. It's the 9 ride out front. Scott Gustafson leading the way. Got the 513 of Moe on that 2 spot. McVicker on the 3. Heading on down the final stretch. Gustafson leading the way. Going to grab 1 point again this round. Moe with the 2. McVicker with the 3. I had a sneeze hanging there for half a moto. 5 and under novice on the track got Peterson, Simmons, Freitag, Beard, Triplett, Welch, Mogasin, and Caraba. One rider having some trouble down the second straight, getting helped out as they come on down the final stretch. It's the 225 bike. Mogasin going to get the 178 bike, and the 102. So that's the 178 of Freitag with the 2, the 102 of Caraba with the 3. Travis Chamberlain, Moto 41, you should be up on the hill. Gate comes down. This is Moto number 35, 6-year-old novice. Got Locken, Bauman, Casa, Bartheld, and Hanges. Coming on down into corner number 2, it's the 296. That's Bauman leading the way. Got the 167 ride of Bartheld sitting on the 2 spot. The 86 of Hanges on the 3. Clara Bauman checking out from the rest of the pack as she works her way down the final stretch. Going to be Bauman picking up 1 point this round. 167 biker Barthel going to get the 2. Henges with the 3. 7-year-old novice got Moss, Lero, McGowan, and Elvin. Coming around corner number 1. It is the 243 bike of Elvin leading the way. Got the 313 of Moss on the 2 spot. The 254 McGowan on the 3. Working their way down around corner number 3. Elvin leading the way, coming on home. Elvin going to get the top spot again this round. The 313 of Moss going to get the 2. And the 254 bike of McGowan with the 3. 8-year-old novice on the track got Acapina, Henges, Reichel, Mackey. It's the 61 ride. That's Henges leading the way, coming on down into corner number 3. Got a battle on. One goes high, one goes low. See how they sort things out coming down the final stretch. Henges trying to hold on, couldn't quite do it. Going to be the 504 of Mackey with the 1, Henges with the 2, and the 88 of Reichel with the 3. 9 novice on the track got Asher, Lero, Garrison, Fussy, and Patnode. It's the 294 bike out on point. That's Fussy leading the way. Got Lero on that 2 spot. Down into corner number 3 they go. Coming on down the final stretch, going to be Fussy with the 1. We got Lero for the 2, Patnode with the 3. 10 novice on the track got Moss, Locken, Taipale, Carlson, Elza, and Stromberg. In and out of corner number 3 they go of this total point race. Heading on down the final stretch, going to be the 142 bike. That's Elza with the 1. 98 bike Stromberg grabbing that 2. 12-year-old novice on the track got Barron, Kriegler, Schaefer. It's the 315 of Barron out on point. Got the 244 of Schaefer on the 2 spot. Kriegler on the 3. Heading down around corner number 3. Barron leading the way, coming on home. Barron going to get the 155 bike. Nice last straight. Kriegler coming by for the 2. Schaefer with the 3. 26-35 novice got Keegley, Chamberlain, Engberg, Gill, Henges. It's the 214 out front. That's Chamberlain leading the way. Got to have Henges on that 2 spot. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Chamberlain, Black Sheep BMX leading the way, coming on home. Going to grab 1 point. Hedges with the 2. The race of champion of Keegley going to get the 3. 41-45 novice Erickson, Berkey, Bell Richard, and Staffenhagen. Coming around corner number 1. Bent rim colors on point. Coming on down the second straight. That's Bell Richard leading the way. got the 279 of Berkey on the 2 spot. The 95 ride of Staffenhagen on that 3. Down around corner number 3 they go. Bell Richard leading the way, coming on home. Going to grab a 1 point again this round. The 279 of Berkey with the 2. Staffenhagen with the 3. 6-year-old intermediate got Rakowski, Kelberg, Smith, Simon, and Cordell. Up on point, it is Smith leading the way into corner number 2. Got Simon on the 2 spot. The State 5 bike of Cordell on the 3. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Bennett Smith leading the way, coming on down the final stretch. He's going to grab the top spot this round. Simon with the 2, the State 5 Cordell with the 3. 7-year-old intermediate Nelson, Kurth, Bergman, Kurth, and Altenweg on the inside edge. That's Kurth leading the way into corner number 2. Got the 60 ride of Bergman on that 2 spot. In and out of corner number 3 they go. It's the 7 bike, Kurth leading the way, coming on home. Kurth going to grab that top spot. 17 ride of Nelson coming by for the 2. Bergman with the 3. 8-year-old intermediate got Gill, Beard, Cordell, Kelberg, Johnson, and Brayheim. It's a Gold Cup 3 leading the way. That's Cordell on point. Got the 32 ride of Brayheim on the 2 spot. The 76 of Gill on the 3. Heading down into corner number 3. It's all the Gold Cup 3. Crank Lab colors leading the way, coming on home. Going to be Cordell with that top spot. Brayheim with the 2. And Gill with the 3. 9-year-old intermediates got Rakowski, Blisey, Frex, Bauman, Baden. It's the 66 ride of Bauman out front. Rakowski on that 2 spot. Blisey sitting on the 3. Single file round in corner number 3 as they work their way down the final stretch. Bellman leading the way, going to grab a 1 point. The 160 going to grab the 2. Blisey dropping back a spot. Going to give it to Baden for the 3. 10-year-old intermediate Bell Richard, Brayheim, Hansen, Albers. It's the 70 bike out on point. That's Albers leading the way. Down around corner number 3 they go. Battle on for that 2 as they come on home. Going to be the 70 and the State 9. So that's Albers with the 1, Bell Richard with the 2. 11-year-old intermediate got Gearing, Shield, Patnode, Erickson, Werman, Tarnaski, Thilke, and Rakowski. Full rack of 8 riders in the 11-year-old intermediate, working their way around corner number 3. Up on point, it's the 149 bike leading the way. Going to get the 1 this round, the 69 with the 2, the 210 with the 3. So that is Rakowski, Patnode, and Erickson. 12-year-old intermediate got Molitor, Moon, Jackson, Johnson, Schweigert, Staffenhagen. Up on point, it's the 29 ride. Molitor leading the way. Got the 58 bike of Schweigert on the 2 spot. Moon sitting on the 3. Heading on down the final stretch. Dynasty colors leading the way. Going to be Molitor with a 1 point. Schweigert with the 2. Moon with the 3. 13-year-old intermediate got Clark, Jessen, and Jensen. They blew it up in round number 1. All of them keeping it rubber side down this time. It's the 4 bike Jensen leading the way. Round corner number 2 got the 8 ride of Jessen on the 2 spot. Clark on the 3. Coming down from Fergus Falls, Minnesota out front. Jensen leading the way, coming on home. Jensen going to get 1 point this round. 56 bike with a nice last straight. Clark going to grab the 2. Jessen with the 3. 26-35 intermediate got Caulfield, Hill, and Norberg. It's the 97 bike out front. Frank Hill leading the way down the 2nd and 3rd straight. Got Caulfield on that 2 spot. Norberg on the 3. Heading on home, it's going to be the 97, a Hill grabbing the 1. Caulfield with the 2. Norberg with the 3. 41-45 intermediate got Nash, Welch, and Beard. Up on point, it's the 135. That's Welch leading the way. Got the 21. Nash on the 2 spot. Beard on the 3. Heading down around corner number 3. St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin's own Forrest Welch leading the way. Going to grab 1 point. Nash with the 2. Beard with the 3. 51-55 intermediate got Fritzmeyer, Olson, and McVicker. Olson on point into corner number 2. Got the 19 ride of Fritzmeyer on the 2 spot. McVicker on the 3. Single file round in corner number 3. Olson leading the way, coming on home. Olson going to get 1 point. Fritzmeyer with the 2. McVicker with the 3. 7-year-old expert girls on the track. It is Ming, Shale, and Mo. Shale leading the way around corner number 1. Got Ming sitting on that 2 spot. Mo on the 3. As they work their way down the 3rd straight, Ming's trying to reel Shales in into corner number 3. Down the final stretch they come. It's Box Component Colors still leading the way. Ming's trying to see what she can do to seal the deal. Coming to line. Shields going to hold on for the 1. Ming's with the 2. Mo with the 3. 8-year-old expert girls on the track. Sandman, Chamberlain, Orn. It's Orn on point, leading the way around corner number 2. Sandman on that 2 spot. Chamberlain on the 3. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Full Tilt Colors leading the way, coming to the line. Gonna be 59 by Sandman getting it at the line, sliding up to the 1. Orn with the 2. Chamberlain with the 3. 12-year-old expert girls on the track got McCarty, Lanigan, Larson, Tollefson. Tollefson on point, coming down the final stretch. She's going to grab 1 point this round. Larson with the 2. The 7 rider McCarty with the 3. Rack number 1 of 15-16 expert girls got Ortiz, McCulley, and Wergen. 3 riders, 2 spots up for grabs. The 10 ride out front, that's Wergen leading the way. Gotta have McCulley on that 2 spot. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Wergen coming to the line, going to grab the 1st transfer spot, the K ride of McCulley with the 2nd transfer. Second rack of 15-16 expert girls got to have Leach, White, and Von Holsen. Up front, it's FXR Colors leading the way. White on point, got Leach sitting on that 2 spot. Von Holsen on the 3. Coming on down the final stretch, White going to grab that 1st transfer spot. Leach with the 2nd transfer. 17-20 expert women on the track got Potters, Colby, Stofflet, and Myers. It's Myers on point, leading the way, coming on down the 2nd straight. Got to have the 8 ride of Stofflet on the 2 spot. Potters, Colby, 3 and 4. As they come down around corner number 3, Fusion Colors leading the way, coming on down the final stretch. Going to be Myers with the 1, Potters with the 2, Stofflet with the 3. 31-40 expert women got BB, Peterson, McDonough, Copy, Farley. It's Peterson on point, leading the way around corner number 2. Got Farley on the 2 spot, Copy on the 3. All stretched out, rounding corner number 3. It's Peterson bringing it to the line, going to grab the top spot. Farley with the 2, and Shira Copy with the 3. 7-year-old experts on the track, Buford, Ortiz, and Simmons. It's Ortiz on point, leading the way, coming on down the 2nd straight. Got Buford on that 2 spot. Simmons on the 3. Heading down into corner number 3. Black Widow Colors on point. Rounding the corner, coming on home. Going to be Ortiz leading the way, coming to the line. Ortiz with the 1, Buford with the 2, Simmons with the 3. 8-year-old experts got Ray, Swanson, Stopka, Engbert, Simon, Escalona, and Dressel. It's Escalona on point, leading the way into corner number 2. Got the 20 ride of Simon sitting on the 2 spot. Stopka on the 3. Working their way around corner number 3. Escalona leading the way, coming on home. Going to be Escalona with the 1. I got to go to the line for the 2 and 3. The 20 bike of Simon getting the 2. Stopko with the 3. 9-year-old experts heading on down the final stretch. It is BMX Bandit Colors crossing first. Going to be Peterson with the 1. Zink with the 2. 10-year-old experts Caulfield, Simmons, Cologne, Hoff. It is the state 2 bike Caulfield leading the way, coming on down the 3rd straight. Gotta have Hoff sitting on that 2 spot. Dynasty Colors Cologne on the 3. Heading on down the final stretch. Caulfield, Hoff, and Cologne. 11-year-old experts Shannon, Falkowski, DeWinter, Byington. Coming around corner number 1, it is Falkowski leading the way down the 2nd straight. Got DeWinter on the 2 spot, the 35 ride of Byington on the 3. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Heading on home, going to be the monster, Marshall Falkowski with the 1, DeWinter with the 2, Byington with the 3. "12-year-old experts got Wergen, Swanson, Larson, Tremmel. Swanson on point, leading the way around corner number 3. Got Wergen on that 2 spot. Larson on the 3. Dynasty Colors bringing it to line. Going to be Swanson with the 1. Larson coming by for the 2. Wergen with the 3. 13-year-old expert got Shellbach, Lenners, Fritzmeyer, Tyson, Taylor. Heading down the 2nd straight, it's World 4. Taylor leading the way. Got Tyson on the 2 spot. Lenners on the 3. Every round, total points racing. Every spot counts. It's Taylor leading the way, coming on down the final stretch. He's going to get the 1 this round. Tyson with the 2. Lenners with the 3. This is 68 and 69 combined. 14-year-old experts got Braun, Perry, Rabishko, Nash, and Alba. Out front, it's the 18 ride leading the way. That's Braun on point. Again, 4 riders moving on here as they come on down around corner number 3. Out front, leading the way, going to be the 18 ride, the 26, the 33, and the 24 bike moving on. So in no particular order, Braun, Perry, Rabishko, and Alba all moving on. 15-year-old experts got Beal, Wergen, Hampton, Hoff. It is the 19 ride out front. That's James Wergen leading the way into corner number 3. Coming on down the final stretch, Wergen with the 1, Beal with the 2, the 12 ride of Hampton with the 3. 16-year-old expert Kondrowski, Stokel, Klingerhofer, Zink, and Bowman. It's Kondrowski leading the way around corner number 2. Got Stokel on the 2 spot, Klingelhofer on the 3. Down the final stretch they come. Kondrowski with the 1, Stokel with the 2, Klingelhofer with the 3. 17, 20-year-old expert, Lenners, Robinson, Brooks, Pulaski, Hill, and Gavalima. It's Robinson leading the way, coming on down the 2nd straight. Got Gavalima on that 2 spot, Hill on the 3. Lenners on the 4 as they come on down into corner number 3. FXR Colors leading the way. Hill trying to find a way past Gavalima. Couldn't do it through the corner. Going to be Robinson, Gavalima, Hill. 21-25 experts on the track got Triplet, Casanova, Kennedy, Shates, and Nelson. Coming around corner number 1, got to be Casanova on point. Into corner number 2, Nelson sitting on the 2 spot, Kennedy on the 3. S-squared Colors leading the way around corner number 3. It's all Casanova out front coming on home. Casanova with the 1, Nelson with the 2, Kennedy with the 3. 36 40-year-old experts on the track got Hall, Willard, Foster, Smith, Welter, Stromberg. It's the dark horse Willard leading the way into corner number 2. Got to have Welter on the 2 spot, Foster on the 3. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Willard leading the way, coming on home. Going to be Willard with the 1. Welter with the 2. Foster with the 3. Last rack of round number 2, 51, 55-year-old experts on the track. Got Copy, Miller, and McAllister. Coming on down the second straight, it's McAllister leading the way into corner number 2. You got Miller on the 2 spot, Copy on the 3. Bent Rim Colors leading the way, coming on home. Gonna be McAllister leading the way, wire to wire, coming on home. Gonna grab the 1 this round. The Eau Claire Nightmare, Miller gonna hold on for the 2, Copy with the 3. Round number 2 is in the books. We do got to do round 3 for Dash. Round 3 for Dash set to go. Up on the hill, junior gal, rack number 1, got Mings, Tollison, Braheim, Shales, and McCarty. Coming on down the front side into corner number 1, box component colors leading the way. Round corner number 1, got to be Little JT on point, leading the way down the second straight. Got level up colors of McCarty sitting on the 2 spot. The Gold Cup 1 ride of Shales on the 3 as they work their way down into corner number 3. Tollison leading the way, coming on home. She's going to grab 1 point again this round. McCarty going to get the 2. And the Gold Cup 1 of Shales going to grab the 3. Second rack of the junior gals got Chamberlain, Schweigert, Sandman, Orn, Larson, and Lanigan. Into corner number 1 they go. It's Larson leading the way, coming around corner number 1. Got the 58 ride, Schweigert on the 2 spot, Lanigan on the 3. Sandman, Orn sorting things out as they run single file down into corner number 3. It's all Larson out front leading the way, coming on home. Coming to the line, going to be Larson with the 1, Schweigert with the 2, Lanigan with the 3. Junior dogs, rack number 1, got DeWinter, Thilke, Simmons, Albers, Caulfield. Coming on down the front side into corner number 1. It's DeWinter leading the way into corner number 1. Got bent rim colors sitting on that 2 spot. Got to be Caulfield as they come on down through corner number 2. DeWinter, Caulfield 1 and 2. Simmons sitting on that 3 spot. The 85 ride of Thilke on the 4. Again, this is round 3 going to a semi-main event. As they come on home, going to be DeWinter with the 1, Caulfield with the 2, Simmons with the 3. Rack number 2 of the junior dogs got Shannon, Baden, Falkowski, Swanson, Braheim, and Escalona. Up on point, leading the way, it is Dynasty Colors. Swanson leading the way, coming on down the second straight. Got Falkowski on that 2 spot. Level up colors sitting 3 and 4. The 37 ride is Shannon on the 3, Escalona on the 4. As they come on down around corner number 3. It's Swanson bringing it to the line, going to grab that top spot. Falkowski with the 2, Shannon with the 3. Next rack of the junior dogs on the track got Patnode, Cologne, Larson, Ray, Mullins, and Zink. Up front leading the way, it is the Neiman Larson leading the way. Round corner number 1. Got Fusion Colors sitting on that 3 spot. 2 spot going to be Zink. Kozitsa sitting on the 3. Cologne on the 4. As they come down around corner number 3, Larson leading the way, coming on home. Going to be Larson with the 1, Zink with the 2, Kozitsa with the 3. Next rack of the junior dogs got Brutzman, Kozitsa, Wergen, Stopka, Peterson, and Molitor. I guess that was Mullins in the other one, not Kozitsa. Coming down around corner number 1 out front, it's a 2-bike. That's Jackson Wergen leading the way down the second straight. Got the Neg 19 ride of Brutzman on the 2 spot, the 29 of Molitor on the 3. Stretched out single file into corner number 3. Everybody's chasing Wergen down as they come on home. Going to be Wergen grabbing the 1, Brutzman with the 2, and the 29 ride of Molitor with the 3. Big dogs on the track. Rack number 1 going to a semi-main event today. Got Hill, Kondrowski, Shellbach, Robinson, Kennedy, Wergen, Taylor. Coming on down the second straight, it's Hill leading the way, coming into corner number 2. Got Kondrowski on the 2 spot, Robinson, Kennedy on the 3 and 4. As they come down around corner number 3, Hill leading the way, coming on home. Kondrowski making a push for it. Going to be Kondrowski with the 1, Hill with the 2, Robinson with the 3. Next rack of the big dogs going to a semi-main event. Got Lenners, Rabishko, Bowman, Tyson, Casanova, and Tyson. Up on point, it's Tyson leading the way, coming on down the second straight. Got Casanova trying to get by now as they round corner number 2. Casanova taking over that top spot. Tyson dropping back to the 2. Got Bowman sitting on the 3. Heading on down the final stretch. Going to be Casanova leading the way, coming to line. Casanova, Tyson, Bowman. Next rack of the big dogs got Locken and Stokel, Nelson, Bowman, Lenners, and Gavalima. Lenners on the inside making a push, taking over that top spot. Got Gavalima sitting on that 2 spot. Nelson on the 3. Heading down into corner number 2. Lenners jumping it smooth, gaining some speed, heading on down into corner number 3. It's Lenners, Gavalima 1 and 2 coming on home. Lenners going to grab the top spot. Gavalima with the 2. Nelson going to hold on for the 3. All right, round 3 in the books. We got to do semi-mains for junior dogs and big dogs in 5 minutes at 2:15. Going to be semi-mains for junior dogs and big dogs coming up. Again, 3-minute warning, semi-mains, junior dogs and big dogs. They are updated online. Check out your motos. Make sure you made your semi-main. Semi-mains for junior dogs and big dogs coming up in just a couple minutes. Gate comes down top 4, making it to that main event as they work their way down into corner number 1. It's Larson on point, leading the way around corner number 1. Got Wergen hot on his heels as they head on down into corner number 2. Larson, Wergen 1 and 2. Got the Monster sitting on the 3 spot. The Neg 19 rider Brutzman on the 4 as they round their way down the final stretch. It's still Larson leading the way, coming on home. Gonna be Larson grabbing a spot, Wergen, Falkowski, and Brutzman all moving on. Rack number 2 of the junior dogs got Swanson, Caulfield, Zink, DeWinter, Shannon, Cologne, Simmons, and Escalona. Heading down into corner number 1. It's Swanson leading the way down into the corner. Got DeWinter sitting on the 2 spot, Caulfield on the 3. As they work their way into corner number 2, Dynasty Colors leading the way around corner number 2. It's Swanson, DeWinter, Caulfield, Shannon, all running down into corner number 3. Heading on down the final stretch, going to be Swanson grabbing a spot, DeWinter with a spot, Caulfield with a spot, and the 37 rider Shannon rounding it out. Rack number 1 of the big dogs got Lenners, Kondrowski, Gavalima, Nelson, Bowman, and Kennedy. Gate comes down, working their way down the front side, 3 wide over the first obstacle, sorting things out now into corner number 1. It's Lenners leading the way around corner number 1. Heading on down the second straight, Lenners on the top spot, got Nelson sitting on 2, Gavalima and Kondrowski 3 and 4. In and out of corner number 3 they go. S Squared Colors leading the way, coming on home. Gonna be Lenners with that top spot, Nelson, Kondrowski, and Gavalima. Last rack of qualifying racing. Second rack of the big dogs got Casanova, Hill, Tyson, Robinson, Tyson, and Bowman. Heading on down the front side into corner number 1. It's Hill on the outside, Robinson on the inside. Around in corner number 1, Hill leading the way, coming on down the second straight. Got Hill, Robinson 1 and 2, Casanova on the 3. Tyson brothers fighting for that last spot as they come on down around corner number 3. It's Hill leading the way, coming on home. Going to be Robinson, Hill, Casanova, and Tyson. Qualifying racing is in the books. We got a little bit of time for some intermission. 12 and over experts, you can have first and second straight. 12 and over experts only, first and second. somewhere in the building. You should have received a text or an email letting you know you're the winner. Shanna Wilmot is the winner. It's time for the main events for Ride Brand Fire and Ice. Starting things off, Junior Gals went through 3 rounds qualifying to get here. Starting things off from North Branch, Minnesota for Fusion Racing on the 32 bike, the Fireball, Kate Brayheim. From Pine City, Minnesota for box components on the Gold Cup 1 bike, Brooklyn Shields. From Bethel, Minnesota for Ameriprise Full Tilt on the National 59 bike, it's Crazy Legs Hadley Sandman. From Isanti, Minnesota for Level Up on the 15 bike, Avery Lanigan. From Isanti, Minnesota for Bent Rim on the 58 bike, Bailey Schweigert. From Isanti, Minnesota for Level Up Racing on the 7 bike, Allie McCarty. From Peacock Lakes for Factory Ripped on the Gold Cup 3 bike, the Assassinator, Nevaeh Larson. And from Woodbury, Minnesota for Factory Box Components on the National Age Group 4 bike, Little JT, Gemma Tollefson. Gate comes down. It's 1 lap, no crap, winner take all as they qualified to get here. Leading the way down the front side into corner number 1. Jersey on backwards and all. It's Little JT leading the way into corner number 2. You gotta have Level Up colors side by side. Lanigan winning the battle. McCarty sitting on that 3 spot. Larson trying to make a move coming on down into corner number 3. It's all Little JT out front though, leading the way coming on home. Gonna be Tollefson picking up the win today. Lanigan gonna get the 2 spot. Larson coming by for the 3. Ladies dash up on the hill. This is round 3 total points racing. Starting things off with 14 points from Hazelhurst, Wisconsin on the 10 bike, JC Wergen. With 12 points from my Sandy, Minnesota for Ameriprise full tilt on the K-Bike, Little Red, Addie McCulley. With 10 points from Bethel, Minnesota for Black Widow on the 13 bike, the Shiner, Maddie Bolin. With 8 points from Big Lake, Minnesota for Dynasty BMX on the 4 bike, Chloe Leach. With 6 points from St. Cloud, Minnesota for Level Up on the Gold Cup 1, Smiley Alma Stokel. With 4 points from Brainerd, Minnesota for Ameriprise on the World 7 by Kennedy Nealon. And with 2 points from Cambridge, Minnesota for Ameriprise full tilt on the Racer Champion 1 by Chaotic Kendall Elin. Kate comes down round 3, total point racing, working their way down the front side. Chaotic Kendall back out on top, leading the way around corner number 1. She led the first 2 rounds, looking to do it one more time to wrap up a perfect day as they work their way into corner number 2. Got Nealon sitting on the 2 spot, Stokel, Leach 3 and 4 as they round their way down into corner number 3. It's all Elin out front, leading the way, coming on home. Elin going to pick up the overall win today. Nealon the overall 2. Stokel, Leach 3 and 4. Season Senoritas up on the hill. Round number 3, total points racing. Starting things off with 10 points from Schaefer, Minnesota for Bent Rim on the 84 bike, Chelsea Beebe. With 8 points from Zimmerman, Minnesota for BMX Bandits Racing on the 23 bike, Brianna Engbird. With 6 points from East Bethel, Minnesota for Prodigy Racing on the National Age Group 14 bike, Shira Kapi. With 4 points from my Sandy, Minnesota for Factory Carbone Cartel on the National Age Group 11 by Kim Possible Farley. And with 2 points from my Sandy, Minnesota for Fusion Racing on the 28 bike, the Savage, Stephanie Peterson. Round 3, total points racing underway. Coming on down the front side into corner number 1. It's Peterson leading the way into corner number 1. Got Kapi sitting on that 2 spot. Carbone Cartel trying to find a way up a spot. Farley sitting on the 3 as they round through corner number 2. It's all Peterson out front leading the way, coming on down the front side. Prodigy Colors trying to hold on to that 2 spot. Farley trying to see what she can do about it. There you go, high and low down through the corner. Peterson leading the way, coming on home. Peterson going to pick up the win. Farley going to get the overall 2. Kapi throwing some air, grabbing the 3. Junior dogs up on the hill. They went through semi-mains to get to the fastest 8, starting things off from Zimmerman, Minnesota for level up on the 37 bike, Parker Shannon. From Bethel, Minnesota for Ameriprise Full Tilt on the National Age Group 19 bike, the Savage, Jackson Brutzman. From Hazelhurst, Wisconsin on the 2 bike, Jackson Wergen. From Isanti, Minnesota for Bent Rim Racing on the State 2 bike, the Warthog, Mikey Caulfield. From St. Joseph, Minnesota for S Squared, Minnesota on the Gold Cup 3 bike, the Hornet, Hudson DeWinter. From Somerset, Wisconsin for Ameriprise Full Tilt on the F bike, the Monster, Marshall Falkowski. From Cedar, Minnesota for Dynasty BMX on the 8 bike, Preston Swanson. And from Peacock Lakes, Minnesota for Factory Ripped on the 1 bike, the Demon, Uriah Larson. Gate comes down, junior dog main event, side by side coming up and over the first obstacle. Larson on the inside trying to hold that top spot. Here comes Falkowski trying to get into the mix. Swanson sitting on that 2 as they come on down into corner number 2. It's the Skinny Digit leading the way around corner number 2. Larson leading the way down the 3rd straight. Larson, Swanson, Falkowski in and out of corner number 3 they go. Factory Rip leading the way coming down the line. Gonna be a Larson picking up the win. Swanson with the 2, Falkowski with the 3. Big dogs up on the hill, starting things off from a semi-main event from St. Cloud, Minnesota for Ameriprise Full Tilt on the National 62 bike, Lucas Tyson. From Minneapolis, Minnesota for level up on the 87 bike, Ecuador, Mateo Gavalima. From Harris, Minnesota for FXR and Dan's Comp on the 14 bike, Cooper Kondrowski. From Aberdeen, South Dakota for Factory S Squared on the National Age Group 18 bike, Dante Casanova. From Friendship, Wisconsin for Black Widow on the 105 bike, Diamond Devin Nelson. From Plato, Minnesota on the National Age Group 10 bike, Jason Gage Hill. From Isanti, Minnesota for FXR and Dance Comp on the 21 bike, the Flying Donut, Alex Robinson. And from St. Francis, Minnesota for National Escort on the 12 bike, the Enigma, Elliot Lenners. Gate comes down, whole lot of horsepower in this one as they work their way down the front side into corner number 1. It's Hill leading the way around corner number 1. Got Casanova on the 2 spot, Robinson back to the 3 as they work their way down into corner number 2. It's Hill, Casanova, Robinson, 1, 2, and 3. Single file sorting things out as they around the final stretch. Ameriprise Colors bringing it to the line, gonna be Hill picking up the win, Casanova with the 2, Robinson, Stokel rounding it out. Or Gavalima, sorry. Senior dogs up on the hill, round 3, Total Points Racing, starting things off with 13 points from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, for BMXbike.com. It is the 51 bike, Brett Olson. With 12 points from St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin on the 135 bike, Forrest Welch. With 11 points from Zimmerman, Minnesota for Black Sheep BMX on the 150 bike, Mark Beard. With 10 points from St. Paul, Minnesota for Success Home Team on the 231 bike, Jonas Stromberg. With 9 points from Minneapolis, Minnesota for Bent Rim Racing on the 79 bike, Scott Gustafson. Also with 9 points from Harrisburg, South Dakota for Bent Rim Racing on the 1 bike, Mike Meyer. With 6 points from Aiken, Minnesota for Bent Rim Racing on the 7 bike, Doug McAllister. And with 2 points from Farmington, Minnesota for Ameriprise Full Tilt on the National Age Group 3 bike, the Ninja, Adam Welter. Round 3, Total Point Racing working their way down the front side into corner number 1. The only thing sure here is Welter sitting on a comfortable lead round in corner number 1. It is all tied up in that 2 spot. You got the 231 bike, Stromberg sitting on the 2 right now as they work their way down into corner number 3. It's all Welter out front leading the way, coming on home. Going to be Welter picking up the overall win today. Stromberg going to cross second. Meyer going to cross third. Got to do some math and figure out the overall finishes for them today. Carter Freitag, you should be on top of the hill. Carter Freitag, you should be on top of the hill. Just a quick reminder with Running Total Point Racing, you will pick up your finishes over at the ticket window. We have little neon signs out front there when the light shines up for your group. we are ready to give out your awards. So until you see the light for opens aren't ready to be picked up until you see the sign for cruiser, for novice, for inner, for expert. When it's lit up, you can get in line to get your awards. I will be calling mains by main moto numbers. You can find your main moto number on Motos Live. Click on the main tab. This is main moto number 11 on the track, 6 and under mix open. Smith, Kelberg, Freitag, and Cordell working their way down into corner number 1. Out front, leading the way, that's Smith. Smith has 2 perfect laps so far, looking to do it one more time as they work their way down the second straight. Smith on point, got the state 5 by Cordell sitting on the 2 spot. Kelberg on the 3. This is a 2, 4, 6, 8 total point race. What you see is what they did through rounds 1 and 2. As they come on down the final stretch, it's FXR colors leading the way, coming on home. Going to be Smith picking up the overall win today. The state 5 Cordell with the overall 2. And Kelberg with the overall 3. 7-8 mixed open on the track. Coming down into corner number 2, Altenweg, Reichel, Kurth, Gill, Elvin, Orn, Mackey, and Cordell. They all qualified to get here, so what you see is what you get. It is the National 37 bike out front. Skylar Orn leading the way, coming on down the final stretch. She's going to pick up the win today. The Gold Cup 3 bike coming to the line. Cordell going to grab the 2 spot, and the 504 bike of Mackey picking up the 3. 9-10 mixed open on the track. Got Carlson, Bauman, Hansen, Elza, and Bell Richard. Into corner number 2 they go. It's the 66 ride. That is Bowman leading the way. Got the state 9 of Bell Richard sitting on that 2 spot. Heading down around corner number 3. Bauman's done it twice so far. Looking to do it one more time. Coming on home. Bauman's going to cross first, picking up the overall 1-9 bike of Bell Richard with the overall 2. The 151 of Hansen going to grab the overall 3. 11-12 mixed open on the track. Shield, Barron, Kriegler, and Perry. Up on point, it's the 24 bike. That's Bentley. Perry leading the way. Got the state 4 of Shield on that 2 spot. Kriegler sitting on the 3. It's a wash, rinse, repeat of rounds 1 and 2 as they come on home. The 24 bike of Perry going to pick up the overall win today. The state 4 of Shield with the overall 2. Kriegler with the overall 3. Main Moto 15 on the track. 13-14 open. Got Bowman, Alba, Ortiz, and Simon. It's Bryce Bowman on point, leading the way into corner number 3. You got Alba on that 2 spot, Ortiz on the 3. Heading on home, Bowman's going to pick up the overall win today. Alba with that overall 2 spot, and Thomas Ortiz with the overall 3. 11-12 girl cruiser on the track. Got Johnson, Caulfield, Farley. Heading on down into corner number 2. It's Kaylee Johnson out front, leading the way around corner 2. Got the 28 right of Farley sitting on that 2 spot. Caulfield on the 3. Heading on down through corner number 3. Johnson, 2 perfect laps locked up so far. Looking to do it one more time as they come on home. Going to be Johnson picking up the overall win. Farley is going to cross second, getting the overall 3. Caulfield crossing third with the overall 2. 17-20 women cruiser on the track. Another 2-4-6 total point race. White out on point, leading the way through corner number 3. She's got 2 perfect laps, looking to do it one more time as they come on home. Going to be White picking up the overall win. Myers with the overall 2. Lanaville with the overall 3. 36-40 women cruiser, Engberg, Kriegler, McDonough, Copy, Farley. Up on point, Copy and Farley side by side. Farley sorting things out now, leading the way down the third straight. Copy back to the 2 spot. Engberg sitting on the 3. Those 3 in the same order as they've been all 3 rounds. Coming down the line, Carbone Cartel bringing it to the line. Going to be Farley picking up the win today. Copy with some nice air grabbing the 2 spot. Engberg picking up the 3. 8-year-old cruisers on the track, Engberg, Kurtz, Russell, Ray, and Escalona. Up front, it's Easy E leading the way into corner number 2. Got Engberg sitting on that 2 spot. The 529 bike of Ray on the 3. Engberg and Ray knotted up, 5 points apiece. Sorting things out here in the main event as they come on down the final stretch. Going to be Escalona picking up the overall win today. Engberg going to get the overall 2, the 529 of Ray with the overall 3. 9-year-old cruiser on the track, got Kozitsa, Solberg, Zink, and Blisey. Into corner number 1 they go. Zink leading the way. Round corner number 2, got the 3 ride of Kozitsa sitting on that 2 spot. Blisey on the 3. It's a wash, rinse, repeat of rounds 1 and 2 as they come on down the final stretch. Going to be the 6 ride of Zink picking up the win. Kozitsa with the overall 2, Blisey with the overall 3. Main moto number 21 on the track. This is 12-year-old cruiser Tremmel, Byington, Stoffenhagen, and Hoff. Coming down the third straight, Tremmel leading the way. He's got 2 aces in the back pocket, looking to do it one more time as they come on down the final stretch. It's all Frank the Tank coming to the line, going to pick up the win today. Hoff going to get the overall 2, and the 22 ride is Stoffenhagen going to cross third, but get the overall 4. Byington going to get the overall 3. 14-year-old cruisers on the track. This is a 2.55 total point race. Locking and sitting on 2 perfect laps. Braun and Martin knotted up in points. So what you see is what you're going to get. Locking and coming down the line. Going to pick up the overall win today. Going to be the 318 bike. Braun with the overall 2. Martin with the overall 3. 36 40-year-old cruisers on the track. Got McCarty, Norberg, Klingelhofer, Moe, Copy, Berkey, Simon, and Caulfield. Up front, it's the Iceman Klingelhofer leading the way down the third straight. You got Copy sitting on the 2 spot. Simon on the 3. Heading down the final straight, leading the way. Klingelhofer going to get the overall win today. Copy with the overall 2. Got to do some points to figure out the overall 3. 46 50-year-old cruisers on the track. Another 2, 4, 6, 8 total point race. Got McAllister sitting with 2 perfect laps. He's on that 2 spot right now. Meyer leading the way, sitting with 4 points. Copy with 6. Welch with 8. As they round through corner number 3, Meyer leading the way, coming on home. Meyer's going to cross first, taking the overall 2. McAllister going to cross second with the overall 1. Copy with the overall 3. 56 to 60-year-old cruiser. Another 2, 4, 6, 8 total point race. Up on point, it's Gustafson sitting on 2 perfect laps, looking to do it one more time. Got Moe sitting on that 2 spot. McVicker and Stoffenhagen 3 and 4 as they round their way down the final stretch. It's all Gustafson out front. He's going to pick up the win today. Moe going to get that 2 spot. McVicker with the 3. 5 and under novice on the track. Peterson, Simmons, Freitag, Beard, Triplett, Welch, Mogason, and Caraba as they work their way down the second straight. Out on point, it is the 225 bike. Mogason leading the way, got the 39 ride of Simmons on the 2 spot. The 26 of Peterson on the 3 as they round their way down the third straight. 2 riders getting tangled up on the second straight, getting those down riders sorted out as they come on down the final stretch. It's Mogason leading the way. He's got 2 perfect laps, doing it one more time. He's going to get the overall win today. The 39 ride of Simmons going to cross second this round, and the 26 of Peterson crossing third. You got to do some math to figure out those places. Down rider getting back up on her feet. That's the 30 bike, a Triplet going down. She's back up. 6-year-old novice on the track, Locken, Bauman, Casa, Bartheld, and Henges. Coming on around corner number 1, breaking out from the rest of the pack. Up on point is the 296. That's Bauman leading the way. Got to have the 167 bike of Bartheld on the 2 spot. The 86 ride of Henges on the 3. Bartheld and Henges knotted up, 5 points apiece. Nobody's catching Bauman out front, though, as they work their way down the final stretch. It's all Bauman out front. Going to pick up the overall win today. The 167 bike Bartheld going to get that 2 spot. And the 86 ride of Henges is going to pick up the 3. 7-year-old novice on the track. This is Elvin, Moss, Lero, McGowan. The 243 of Elvin out on point. Got the 313 of Moss sitting on that 2 spot. The 254 of McGowan on the 3. It's a wash, rinse, repeat of rounds 1 and 2 as they're all stretched out single file coming on down the final stretch. From Isanti, Minnesota, it's Noah Elvin going to pick up the win today. The 313 of Moss going to grab the overall 2 spot, and the 254 McGowan picking up the 3. 8-year-old novice on the track, Acapina, Henges, Rachel, Mackey. It's the 504 of Mackey on point. Got the 61 bike of Henges sitting on the 2 spot. Rachel on the 3. Again, same order as rounds 1 and 2. Working their way down around corner number 3. It's all the 504 out front. That is Mackey going to pick up the win today. The 88 ride of Rachel coming by, crossing second, going to take the overall 3. Henges going to cross third with the overall 2. Main moto 30 on the track. 9-year-old novice got Asher, Lero, Garrison, Fussy, and Patnode. Coming on down around corner number 3. It is the 294 Fussy going to cross first. Got the 36 and the 410. Going to be Fussy getting that overall 1. Got to do some math for the other spots. 10 novice on the track got Moss, Locken, Tapale, Carlson, Elza, and Stromberg. All running single file out front, working their way into corner number 3. As they round the corner, working their way down the final stretch. It's the 142 bike of Elza. Going to pick up the overall win today. The 98 bike crossing second. The 301 bike of Taipei crossing third. 12 novice on the track got Barron, Kriegler, Schaefer. It's a 2.55 total point race. Got Barron sitting out front. He's got 2 perfect laps, looking to do it one more time. Kriegler sitting on that 2 spot. Schaefer on the 3. Coming on down the final stretch, doing it for mom and dad. Barron going to pick up the win today. The 55 of the Mad Cat Kriegler with the 2, and Schaefer with the 3. 26-35 novice on the track got Keegley, Chamberlain, Engberg, Gill, and Henges. Chamberlain on point, leading the way down the final straight. He's done it twice so far, doing it one more time. Going to pick up the win. The 153 of Henges is going to take the overall 2. The Rock 1 bike of Keegley with the overall 3. 41-45 novice on the track, Bell, Richard, Berkey, Erickson, and Staffenhagen. It's Bell Richard on point, leading the way through corner number 2. Got the 279 of Berkey on the 2 spot. Staffenhagen on the 3. Single file in and out of corner number 3. Bent rim colors leading the way, coming on down the final stretch. Going to be the Gold Cup 1 of Bell Richard, picking up the overall win today. The 279 of Berkey with the overall 2, and Staffenhagen with the overall 3. 6-year-old intermediates got Rakowski, Kelberg, Smith, Simon, and Cordell. Heading on down the second straight, it is Bennett Smith on point, leading the way through corner number 2. You got Simon sitting on that 2 spot, running single file down into corner number 3. It's all FXR colors leading the way out on point. Bennett Smith on that State 1 bike, bringing it to the line. He's going to pick up the win today. Simon going to get the overall 2 spot, and the State 5 bike of Cordell with the overall 3. Main Moto 36 on the track. This is 7-year-old intermediate Nelson, Kurth, Bergman, Kurth, and Altenweg. On the inside edge, it's the 17 bike. Nelson leading the way. Got the 155 of Altenweg on the 2 spot. Kurth sitting on the 3 as they round their way down through corner number 3. Heading on down the final stretch, going to be the 17 bike leading the way, coming to the line. He's going to cross first this round. The 155 bike of Altenweg going to cross with the 2. The 7 bike of Kurth with the 3. 8-year-old intermediates, Gill, Beard, Cordell, Kelberg, Johnson, and Brayheim. It's the Gold Cup 3 on point. That's Cordell leading the way. Got Brayheim sitting on that 2 spot. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Ella Cordell doing it for Crank Lab out on point. Got 2 perfect laps so far. Looking to do it one more time. Brayheim trying to chase her down. Coming to the line. Going to be Cordell, Brayheim, and the 76 bike of Gill. 9-year-old intermediates on the track. This is Rakowski, Blasey, Frex, Bauman, and Baden. On the inside edge, that's the 160 of Rakowski leading the way. Got the state 10 of Blasey on that 2 spot. One rider having some trouble up on the entrance of corner number 1. Getting that sorted out as they come on down the final stretch. This is going to be just how they cross this round. The 160 of Rakowski going to cross first. The 42 bike of Baden crossing second. Blasey crossing third. Have to go to the ticket window to see how that one worked out. Having some mechanical issues out front. That's the 66 bike, Bauman. He had 2 perfect laps going into that. Main Moto 39, 10-year-old intermediate. Got Bill Richard, Brayheim, Hansen, and Albers. Heading into corner number 1, it is Bent Rim Colors leading the way. That's a Bill Richard out on point. Gotta have the 70 bike Albers sitting on that 2 spot. The 76 of Brayheim sitting on the 3. Bill Richard, Albers knotted up, 3 points apiece. Sorting things out here in the main event as they come on down the final stretch. It is the state 9 bike of Bill Richard gonna get the overall win. Albers with the overall 2. 11-year-old intermediate got Gehring, Scheel, Patnode, Erickson, Werman, Tarnaski, Tilke, and Rakowski. It's the 149 bike up on point. That's Emmett Rakowski. He's got 2 perfect laps, looking to do it one more time as they come on down the final stretch. Rakowski going to cross first with the overall 1. The 69 bike going to take the 2 spot. And the 210 ride of Erickson with the 3. 12-year-old intermediate got Molitor, Moon, Jackson, Johnson, Schweigert, Staffenhagen. On point, it's Schweigert leading the way. Got the 29 ride of Molitor on the 2 spot. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Schweigert sitting on 4 points coming down the final stretch. 29 coming by now. Molitor going to get the overall 1. Schweigert going to get the overall 2. And the 52 bike of Staffenhagen going to cross 3. 13-year-old intermediate got Clark, Jessen, Jensen. This is a 3-4-5 total point race. The 4 bike out front. That's Jensen leading the way. Got Clark sitting on that 2 spot. Jessen on the 3. Heading on down the final stretch. It's the 4 bike of Jensen coming to the line. And Jensen going to still get the overall 1. Clark going to get the overall 2. Jessen going to get the overall 3. 26-35 intermediate on the track at Caulfield, Hill, and Norberg. This is a 3-3-6 total point race. Hill and Caulfield knotted up as they come on down the final stretch. It's Hill leading the way, coming to the line. Hill going to pick up the win. Caulfield with the 2, Norberg with the 3. 41-45 intermediate. This one's a 4-4-4 total point race. What you see is what you're going to get. It's the 135 bike Welch leading the way around corner number 2. Got Beard sitting on that 2 spot. Nash on the 3. In and out of corner number 3 they go. Heading on down the final stretch. Welch leading the way, coming to the line. Going to be Welch picking up the win today. Beard going to get the 2 spot. Nash with the 3. 51-55 intermediate. This one's a 2-4-6 total point race. Olson sitting on 2 perfect laps. Got the 19 ride. Fritzmeyer with 4 points. McVicker with 6. In and out of corner number 3 they go. It's all Olson out front coming on home. Olson going to pick up the win today. Fritzmeyer with the 2 and McVicker with the 3. 7-year-old expert girls on the track. This one's a 2-4-6 total point race. Side by side, round in corner number 1. It's Shales on the inside, leading the way. Round corner number 2, got Ming sitting on that 2 spot. Mo on the 3. Single file working their way into corner number 3. It's Shales leading the way, coming on home. Gonna be Shales picking up the win today. Mings with the overall 2. Mo with the 3. 8-year-old expert girls. This one's a 3-3-6 total point race. Got Orn and Sandman knotted up, 3 points apiece. Chamberlain sitting on 6 points. As they come on down through corner number 3, they're getting tight, elbow to elbow, coming on down the final stretch. It's going to be Orn holding on for the win. Sandman with the 2. Chamberlain with the 3. 12-year-old expert girls on the track. Got McCarty, Lanigan, Larson, Tollefson. Little JT leading the way down the 3rd straight. Got Larson on the 2 spot. Level up colors sitting 3 and 4 as they bring it on home. Going to be box component colors. Tollefson picking up the win. Larson with the 2. The 7 rider McCarty with the 3. 15-16 expert girls on the track. They all qualified to get here. McCauley, Stokel, Wergen, Bolin, Nealon, Elin, Leach, and White. It's Chaotic Kendall on point, leading the way down the 3rd straight. Got Nealon on the 2 spot. Stokel, White, 3 and 4. As they round the corner down the final stretch, the race a champion leading the way. Going to be Elin picking up the win. Nealon with the 2. Stokel with the 3. 17-20 expert women on the track. Potters, Colby, Stofflet, Myers. Coming around corner number 1. Nice corner out of Potters, taking over that top spot into corner number 2. Got Stofflet sitting on the 2 spot. Myers, Colby, 3 and 4. As they work their way down into corner number 3. Coming on down the final stretch. Potters leading the way, coming on home. Potters going to grab up the top spot this round. Stofflet with the 2. Myers with the 3. 31-40 expert women on the track. Got Beebe, Peterson, McDonough, Copy, Farley. It's Peterson on point, leading the way around corner number 2. Got Farley on the 2 spot, Copy on the 3. Same order as rounds 1 and 2 as they work their way down the final stretch. Peterson going to cross first, getting the overall 1. Farley going to cross with the overall 2. Copy with the overall 3. 7-year-old experts on the track. Got Buford, Ortiz, and Simmons. Heading on down into corner number 2. It's Ortiz leading the way into corner number 2. Got the 53 rider. Buford on that 2 spot. Simmons on the 3. Down around corner number 3 they go. Black Widow colors leading the way, coming on home. Going to be Ortiz picking up the win today. Buford with the overall 2. Simmons the overall 3. 8-year-old experts got Ray, Swanson, Sopka, Engbert, Simon, Escalona, and Dressel. It's Easy E leading the way around corner number 2. Got Simon on the 2 spot. Engbert on the 3. Heading down around corner number 3. Level up colors bringing it on home. Going to be Escalona picking up the overall win today. Simon going to cross 2nd. Engbert crossing 3rd. 9-year-old experts losing one on the front side. This is Mullen, Zink, Brutzman, Kozitsa, Peterson on point. It's Zink leading the way into corner number 2. Brutzman with a nice corner sliding up to that 2 spot. Heading on down through corner number 3. It's all Zink out on point, leading the way, coming on home. Zink going to cross first this round. Brutzman with the 2. And the State 7 bike of Peterson with the 3. Getting that down rider checked on out. Again, a reminder, next weekend, State 7 grabbing the 2 spot there. Correction, State 7 with the 2 spot. Brutzman with the 3. Again, a reminder, next weekend is our anniversary weekend. Down rider back up. Next weekend, anniversary weekend, 10 years under the roof, 25 years as a track. Come on out and help celebrate with us. That's the State 3 bike Mullins going down. Not how he wanted to end his day. Ten-year-old experts on the track. Main moto number 55 got Caulfield, Simmons, Cologne, and Hoff. Coming around corner number 1 out front, it's Caulfield leading the way. Coming on down the second straight, got to have Hoff sitting on that 2 spot. Cologne, Simmons, 3 and 4. As they're single file working the way down through corner number 3, it's all Caulfield out front leading the way. Coming on home, Caulfield going to pick up the overall win today. Hoff going to get the overall 2. Cologne going to get the overall 3. 11-year-old experts Shannon, Falkowski, DeWinter, and Byington. Heading down into corner number 2, it's the monster Marshall Falkowski leading the way. Got DeWinter sitting on the 2 spot. Byington and Shannon knotted up 7 points apiece. What you see is what you're going to get as they come on down the line. Going to be Falkowski picking up the overall win today. DeWinter with the overall 2. And the 35 bike of Byington with the overall 3. 12-year-old experts on the track got Wergen, Swanson, Larson, Tremmel. Swanson leading the way into corner number 2. Larson sitting on that 2 spot. You got the Gold Cup 2. Tremmel sitting on the 3. Wergen having some troubles getting back on it as they around corner number 3 out front. It's Dynasty Colors bringing it to line. Going to be Swanson picking up the win. Larson with the 2. And the Gold Cup 2 of Tremmel with the 3. 13-year-old experts on the track got Shelba, Lenners, Fritzmeyer, Tyson, Taylor. Coming into corner number 1 out front, it's Taylor leading the way. Coming down the second straight, Tyson sitting on that 2 spot. They're knotted up 3 points apiece. Lenners trying to get in the mix. He's sitting on 3 as they come on down into corner number 3. It's all Taylor out front leading the way. Coming on home, going to be Taylor crossing first, Tyson, Lenners. 14-year-old experts on the track got Tyson, Braun, Perry, Bowman, Rabishko, Lockinen, Martin, and Alba. They qualified to get here, so what you see is what you get. Tyson leading the way around corner number 2. Got Lockinen on the 2 spot. 7 right of Bowman on the 3. Heading on down the final stretch. Tyson leading the way coming on home. Tyson going to pick up the win today. Lockinen with the 2. Bowman going to pick up the 3. 15-year-old experts on the track got Beal, Wergen, Hampton, Hoff. Coming down into corner number 1 of this total point race. Out on point is the 19 bike. That's Wergen leading the way. Got the 20 bike of Beal sitting on that 2 spot. Nice move out of Hampton, battling in and out of that corner as they around corner number 3. It's all Wergen out front, crossing first, picking up the overall win. The 12 bike of Hampton going to cross second with the overall 3. Beal going to get the overall 2. 16-year-old expert Kondrowski, Stokel, Klingelhofer, Zink, and Bowman. Up front is Kondrowski leading the way. Got Klingelhofer on that 2 spot. Stokel on the 3. Down around corner number 3 they go. Stokel, Klingelhofer knotted up coming in. Kondrowski going to pick up the overall win. Klingelhofer with the overall 2. Stokel with the 3. 17 to 20 experts on the track got Lenners, Robinson, Brooks, Pulaski, Hill, and Gavalima. Coming down into corner number 2. It's Hill leading the way. Got Gavalima on that 2 spot. Robinson, Lenners, 3 and 4. As they work their way down into corner number 3. Hill leading the way coming on home. Hill going to cross first. Gavalima second. Robinson third. 21 to 25-year-old experts on the track got Triplet, Casanova, Kennedy, Shates, and Nelson. Up on point, it's Casanova leading the way into corner number 2. Got Nelson bonking hard going into the corner, holding on to that 2 spot. Kennedy on the 3. Down around corner number 3 they go. Casanova leading the way coming on home. Going to pick up the win today. Nelson going to cross second. Kennedy with the 3. 36 40-year-old experts got Hall, Willard, Foster, Smith, Welter, and Stromberg. Up on point, it's the dark horse leading the way down the second straight. That's Willert leading the way. Got Hall sitting on that 2 spot. Foster on the 3. Welter back in the pack as they round corner number 3. Willert going to cross first this round. Hall going to cross second. Foster crossing 3. 51-55 experts on the track. Last rack of racing here today. My big goal was 3 o'clock. My backup goal was 3:30. It's 3:20 on the dial. Leading the way down the second straight, it's McAllister out on point. You got Miller sitting on the 2 spot. Copy on the 3. It's a wash, rinse, repeat of rounds 1 and 2 as they work their way around the corner down the final stretch. It's all McAllister out front. He's going to pick up the overall win today. Miller going to get the overall 2. Copy with the 3. That's going to do it for us for racing here today. We want to thank everybody for coming on out. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Single point racing registration from 11 to 12. Do us a favor, look around the area. Any garbage laying around, help us out with picking it up. We greatly appreciate that. On behalf of all the volunteers here, hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Drive safe. Have a good one.